right, mic check, mic check.
Michael Chickle. Michael Chiklis
David,
played the
speak.
Thing in
I
2004's
am
Fantastic
speaking.
Four,
This is me speaking.
also
Speak,
starring
speak,
Jessica Alba
speak.
Cool.
and Captain America.
Fantastic. Let me go tweet this out, and then we'll go
Four.
on. Fantastic Four didn't do that well.
Didn't do that well, but made like $500 million.
Yeah, I do. I fucking hate the people online. They're like, "Oh, Superman only made 700 million. Didn't even fucking make money." It's like, you don't think they made money off 700 million? You're actually insane. Like,
Yeah, you're stupid.
oh, but then the production. It's like, no, like it's common, like double your budget, and that's fine. But like, come on, dude. You think that a company's gonna be like, this is fuck? They're not Square Enix with Tomb Raider, like 7 million copies, we break even. It's like, no, they can. They're doing fine.
Yeah, it's all simply due because like there was a time and place where like everything was hitting $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it doesn't hit $1 billion, it's a failure. It didn't make money. It's like, bro, that's not the standard. That's highly abnormal. Just gotta put some CGI blue people up there. You'll hit $1 billion.
I still haven't seen Avatar 2.
I have no interest in seeing Avatar 2.
I'm gonna give Avatar 1 another chance whenever it comes back in theaters, which it will this year, I'm sure.
Gotta see an IMAX, real D, 3D.
4DX.
Yep.
I don't want to do
I wanna
3D.
fuck that cat person.
I know that 3D was really good for Avatar 1, but I'm just like, I don't know if I
It's
want to deal with
great.
3D. What was 2 on 3D like big on that too?
Yep.
Maybe. I'm gonna talk about a couple movies actually this week. Let's see. All right, let's do this.
Morphin time.
It's Morphin time. Welcome to the Blue Reefs Podcast, episode number 310. I'm Adrian. That's David. That's Kels. We go live on youtube.com/@BlueRupees every Tuesday, usually most Tuesdays, actually. We'll see. I might have to be out another Tuesday eventually soon.
Oh, shit.
What?
I said, oh, shit.
Yeah. I got to pass you guys the stream code, but by the time I remember, it doesn't really happen. We talk about video games, movies, and anything else that we want to talk about because that's what we do. It's pajama day at work, so I'm chilling, dude.
Pajama day. Y'all just got started.
Exactly, dude. Actually, they wanted the staff to wear muumuus, and I'm like, I'm not wearing muumuus. I don't.
The fuck?
Yeah. Well, first off, I didn't know what the fuck that was at first, which you would think I would, but I didn't. And I looked. I'm like, okay, no, I'm just gonna wear PJs. Like, okay. So did not do staff school spirit, just did regular student school spirit with the PJs. Because tell me where
Fake
PJs
teacher
day.
didn't even want to celebrate in School Spirit Week.
Nah, not with my crew for movies. I'm good. I'm chilling. Anyway, we missed last week. How have you guys been? What's been the scoop? David?
I'll go first. Yeah. So this week, wife and I are having our anniversary week.
I guess having a baby. I was like, hell yeah.
Hell no. 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 It's our anniversary week this week, so we took the whole week off. Been doing shit. Saturday was just a cleaning the house day. Sunday though, we went over to Portland. They had a film fest going on, so we went and saw a few movie called Pulse, a Japanese horror film there. Had a fun time with that. Then we went over, one of the Korean markets was doing kind of like a pop-up food stall, so we checked that out. Absolutely had some phenomenal food with there. And then yesterday was just kind of a big chill day, getting caught up on some other shit we needed to do. And then today, big old apple orchard picking day. Went around, got a fuck ton of apples to do shit with, and then just more shit throughout the week we have planned.
Don't you love being an adult?
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm taking a week off with my babe. You know what we're gonna do the first day? Clean the house.
Hell yeah.
Dude. I was telling Kelsey or Dave before you got here, I've just been like I've been a lot more just real this year. I've been already tired out the gate. Where we had a whole new schedule and it's been exhausting. It's better, but it's been exhausting. So like, or you already got to like major teacher burnout at the beginning of the year, but I've just been like kind of extra with the kids where it's like one of them goes, oh, I'm gonna die. I'm like, yeah, you will one day. I'm chiming in. I'm not even like they weren't even talking to me. I'm just chiming from across the classroom. Um, but I said that because there was some kid that's like, usually I'd entertain it. I kind of listen to the drama, but some kids like, oh, I'm not feeling great. I'm like, all right, what's up? They're like, she got revenge on me. And I'm like, dumper, it doesn't fucking matter. Just leave. None of this matters. you are not going to be with that person. Does not matter. Do you want? And usually what I remember rephrase that. I preface it ahead of time. I'm like, do you want the real advice or like the sympathy advice? And they always go for the real one. But like, I didn't even give them. I didn't even give them a choice. I'm like, you're an idiot for doing what you did. Also, like, maybe you kind of deserved it. Grow up, but respectfully, because I like them in my class. But it's been an extra week. I've been all right. I did watch Offspring. That's why we didn't show up this last week. Offspring sound great, dude.
How was that?
Offspring are great. It was New Found Glory, Jimmy Eat World, and Offspring. We know the gates opened at 7, and so we got up there like at 7:45, and New Found Glory was already off, and Jimmy Eat World was up. New Found Glory played 8 songs in half an hour and said, peace. I was like, that's a hell of a set, apparently. 30 minutes.
Crank it out.
Right? But so we got like, because we were walking up, like, I wonder what New Found Glory song's playing, right? 45 minutes in, like, yeah. It was like, no, that's Jimmy Eat World. And the girlfriend got really upset about it because she was like, what the fuck? Why are they on? This is the second band. Why are they up 45 minutes after the gate?
Why are they so punctual?
Right. Like, extremely punctual. Offspring were great. Played some Black Sabbath tributes, which was cool in the middle of their set. But yeah, they sound great for their age too. It was popping. But yeah, been doing some movies, which maybe we talk about in a second. Did you watch anything, Kels, on your end?
I've been watching Alien Earth, been watching Peacemaker, but no movies, just a bunch of TV.
I looked at it really quick then. Watched The Toxic Avenger. It was fun.
Oh, okay.
Had a lot of fun with it. Nothing crazy, nothing amazing, but like super fun. Yesterday though was funny because if you didn't know, AMC has this thing called Seen Unseen, where it's a mystery movie every Monday, where it's like, hey, it's a movie that's not out yet. Come in and figure it out. And they'll preface it with the rating, obviously, right? So it was rated R. I'm like, and the internet was like, all right, it has to be The Long Walk, right? It has to be. It's coming out in like a week and a half. It has to be A Long Walk. And so for the first time ever, I was like, all right, we're going to go. Let's do it. The girlfriend was in Chicago this last weekend. Like, she had like a pretty much 2-day trip out to Chicago, came back and was like dead tired. And she still like struggled in. I was like, it's all right. As long as it's this movie, I'm going to be in a good mood. Rolled up in there, and the scene on scenes are actually pretty packed. Like, that's the most packed I've seen like a regular size movie theater in there since like maybe Mario Brothers, and that's when I just didn't pick the IMAX version, or I don't know if they even had one, but yeah, it was like an actual packed theater for that. A lot of walkouts when movies happen. So I think Toxic Avenger was last week or something. So like people like walk out if it's not a movie they don't want, they'll just walk out, which is fair.
You paid for it. Why are you fucking walking out?
I mean, if you have A-list, it's just a movie. You just you can do 4 movies a week with A-list. So I
Gotcha.
probably would have been like, yeah, I'll try it. And then if I don't like in the first like 15, I'm like, yeah, I'll save my time.
Speaking of, I totally need to do A-list. I go enough, but I always forget about it until I'm there, and I'm like, fuck, why didn't I do A-list?
I am so picky about going to other places because of that. A-list is the word it's at, dude. Anyway, ate PB&J and sandwich before I start talking. That makes sense. So sit down. I'm getting excited. I'm like, I just want to see this movie because I'm like, this movie sucks. I'm gonna crash out so hard. I'm gonna
I
fucking.
heard it's good, so
I've heard like positive buzz. I'm trying not to dip too much into it, but
yeah,
hearing more positives. But because like I'm like, I will crash out. This is like the dream movie I would have loved to make actually. If I ever get to do something like crazy on that scale, I'm like, this is the movie I would have picked 100%. So I'm sitting there, and then movie started and roll it up there, within the first like 4 seconds, I'm like, this isn't the long walk. There's some song playing. I'm like, this is not the long walk. I was already kind of in a bummy mood about it. I'm like, I just kind of want to get up and walk out. Like, save myself the 2 hours. I don't know what the fuck this is. But I was like, I'll give it a chance. You know, I don't know why. I was like, I feel like I need to be fair to the movie. I don't know what it is, but let me just be fair to it. I'm gonna jump ahead for a second. It's a dramedy rom-com, but I was like not sold on it until the title card dropped, and the title card just kind of hits you on there, and like right when the title card hit, a lot of old people just got up and left, because it's like you're talking. It's like this, and this is not the part apparently, but like there's this gay couple's wedding, and then the guy, like the main character's like talking, like being doing toast. Then they jump to the bar, and then main character's like kind of talking to this one girl, and she's like kind of like being hard to get, and goes talk to her ex. And then as he's talking, he's friends with the gay dude, and the gay dude's like, "Hey, look at that girl over there." And the girl's kind of just, she's cute, she's over there just kind of sitting alone. He's like, "She got stood up, so you should go talk to her." And he's like, "But I like this other girl." And he's like, "Just go try it, and then if not, she'll see that you're kind of being looked at, and she'll probably like you more." Okay, whatever. So they go talk, yeah. And then what was it? I think this is how the title card hit. But they're talking, and she comes in, tries to butt in the conversation, trying to joke at him and make laughs or whatever. And then they're like, "Hey, like, what are you doing tonight? You want to hang out, all three of us?" Okay. And then just the threesome pops up as a title card of the movie, and just all these old people just fucking left. The entire row in front of me just whoop, fucking left on that end. And then only a handful of others left when there was an abortion scene. They were in an abortion clinic. Spoilers.
What the fuck was this film?
I'll spoil a little bit of it because I don't know if you guys are gonna watch this or not. Spoilers.
Probably not, but
Yeah,
I'm
probably
fascinated to know where the fuck this goes.
Threesome happens, and dude knocks up both of them. On
Hell
accident.
yeah.
And it's a dramedy, and it's really anxious. It's anxious in a fun way that I love. They even made an uncut gems joke in there. I'm like, that one got me. I'm the only one in theater is laughing out loud at that one. But it's like a lot of the miscommunication issues. So when I walked out, the girlfriend's like, "I hated that," because none of them knew how to fucking communicate. And I was at the end. I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of it. I guess I don't give a shit. If you want to watch a threesome, go. It's actually not bad. I actually enjoyed it. Like I was like, all right, that was pleasantly enjoyed that. Whatever. The girl that he's like in love with, she is just too catty, dude. She is like on the edge. She like does not know what the fuck she wants. She's like, I want to get angry at you for a lot of things and also fuck up in my own ways. And the other girl, the one that he talked to right there that also got lumped on this, she's chill as fuck. She's cute. She makes good jokes. And I'm like, brother, and I was telling the girlfriend this. I'm like, why pick her in any day of the week? And she's like, you don't get it. They're in love. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if they're in love, dude. Just pick her. Like, what the fuck are you doing, brother? And even at the end, right? Like there's this whole talk. And then it turns out that the catty girl slept with their ex, and he lied about being having a vasectomy, so it was actually his baby. And there's this one scene that was so funny, right? So he's like trying to figure out, like, I don't know what the fuck to do, and he's having to bounce between back and forth, like, hey, and the cute girl, the other girl is just like, hey, I told my family you're my boyfriend. You just gotta play this up with me. He's like, all right. And then like he goes over, and then they like surprise her with the baby shower and all that. And it's so stressful, like in that sort of way. But it was my favorite scene though, was the catty girl is like in labor. He's there with her. And he's like, all right, cool. We're going through this. And then he gets a call, and he's like, hello. And then the other girl's like, hey, it's happening. And he's like, where are you? And she's with her mom and dad, who also have no idea that this thing's happening. No idea. They're walking down the hallway. They're like, hey, we're headed to our room right now. He's like, oh, what hospital? And where are you at? And just name his hospital. He just looks up, and they're just like walking down. And his family's like, what are you doing here? And dad's like, oh, fuck no. And just walks into the room that's happening in, and sees the friend's parent, Connor. And he just like fucking just texts the guy. I'm like, all right. Parts of it were pretty funny. I actually enjoyed it, but it was not a long walk. So needless to say, I was kind of a little grumpy all night about it because I really want to watch the long walk. I'm like eager for it. Also, it's been cool because my kids, who barely read as it is, this is the first time that they've ever like read a book ahead of the movie, right? So they're like actually kind of excited. They're like, I've been seeing trailers for it. I'm excited to watch it. I want because it's always like the book's better, right? And I'm like, you guys excited to finally be that person to be like, oh, the book was better. They're like, yeah, I get to say that now. Hell yeah, you do. So, yeah. Watched The Threesome and The Toxic Avenger. Random movies though. I watched Barbarian. Fantastic. Loved it.
Hell yeah. Finally
Good time.
watched that one.
Yeah.
So after watching Weapons, do you have a preference? One
Weapons.
over the other? Nice.
Weapons for sure.
Alright,
Barbarian.
So I'll watch Barbarian
I'll still
first
disagree.
then.
Yeah.
You say what?
Barbarian's my favorite out of the two. So
To be super real, I need to rewatch it because like my living room has the biggest fucking glare on it, and the girlfriend can't put blinds up because the cats will just break it. So like it was hard to see some things. I liked it. I kind of wanted to rewatch it though, because it was like hard to see some darker parts. But between those two
I
movies,
just like the premise in general of Barbarian because you legitimately don't know what the fuck is going on because it swerves you so many times.
and just from those two movies, Barbarian and Weapons, you know the kind of movie he's making now.
Yeah.
You know, like it's kind of like Jordan Peele with Get Out and Us. You're like, okay, major point. We're gonna roll with it now because yeah, Weapons was also like a fucking like whiplash of like whew, you're going this way, you're going that way, you're going this way. But this one was a fucking stark. There is a turn in this fucking movie in Barbarian, and you're like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked him too. Dude's 2 for 2. Watched We Live in Time. That's the A24 with Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh.
Yep.
It was cute. Carried so heavily by the actors' chemistry. Overall, not very memorable. Otherwise, like it had. I liked the ending part of it, and the rest of it was like, I think you guys could have probably been gone for a little more dramatic stuff, but is what it is. And then I watched The Iron Claw.
Oh,
which
nice.
I
What'd you
saved
think of
that for last because obviously, right, wrestling. My friend Nick was hyping that up for years, being like, "Hey, that's the movie you be careful watching this because there's a lot of stuff that happens and stuff like that." So I was like, "All right, cool, I'll take your word for it." But I watched it. I didn't really get affected by it. There was one really sweet scene. Did you guys both watch it? I'm assuming.
I have, yeah.
I
David,
haven't watched it in its entirety, but I have.
how far did you get?
But I know, like an hour in.
You just didn't like it, or
It's one of those things that, with the amount of wrestling deep lore I have, I know the tragedy of that family so well that I kind of just stopped caring because I wasn't getting anything new out of it, and I didn't think that the acting of it enhanced any of the experience or the
Interesting.
knowledge I
They
had.
do twist it a little bit, right? Because I learned afterwards. Because whenever there's a movie like that, I kind of look into it. And I called Nick afterwards, and told him I was like, hey, yeah, and he's like, do you know the actual backstory behind it? I was like, I was gonna look it up. Apparently, it was the family's even more tragic than the movie. They're like, all right. He was he was like, there was one more suicide in there. They had to fucking not do that. I was like, Jesus Christ. They're like, hey, this is too heavy. We can't do the actual one. We got to reel it back a little bit. But there was one really good scene, David, that you probably missed. Kels, you probably know the one where it's like,
at the end with his boys.
with Carrie.
Well, the one I'm thinking of is at the very end whenever he has his kids.
That was a good one. But it was
that one hit.
when they all meet up after all the brothers,
Mm-hmm.
like the afterlife scene.
Yeah.
That was a really, really good one. So David, just to spoiler, Aaron Claw. It's been a couple of years.
Did
After
he get his foot back in heaven?
he does, no, but he passes, and then like they do this really cool scene where he like lands. He kind of like walking around, kind of enjoying things. Goes on his boat, and he sees all the brothers now. Kind of have like a really cool, sweet moment together, including Jack Jr. or whatever. Yeah, no, that whole fucking family's cursed as fuck, dude. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
They're like the Kennedys of the wrestling association.
All right, now that you've watched that, go watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode on the Von Erichs. Fucking hell.
Is it true he just liked being a Nazi? Is that the thing? That why he
Excuse
picked the
me,
name?
what?
Why? Because what was it? I was told that he picked a name because of Nazi people. Von
Yes.
Well, that
Erich?
was his. Yeah, that was like his character, right?
Yeah, because they were heels initially, so you got to play to the evil option.
Hey, we need people that don't like you, Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very common thing back then. Be Russians, be Nazis,
Russians, yeah.
anything to make people hate you.
Yeah.
Again, that's kind of the carny shit of wrestling that is lost now in the age of the internet. But no, back then, like you had to live everything with your gimmick.
Kayfabe, baby.
Interesting. Yeah, because Dad was a piece of shit, brother.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Horrible man.
I think, and I was telling him after
Never
this, I was
stopped
like, I think
believing.
that movie would have hit me a lot harder emotionally if I wasn't rolling my eyes half the time with the parents. Like every time the
Which
parents
is
just
crazy
came in,
because it's not very much exaggerated.
I can imagine with that. If that was the outcome of your family, then that's a you problem, brother. But yeah, no, like I was rolling my eyes, like it's shit, like, hey, I gotta tell you something. That's for y'all to figure out. I'm like, be a fucking parent. Holy shit, brother.
Did the film try to go into detail at all about the death that happened in Japan that they tried to cover up?
Yeah, I
Didn't talk about the cover up.
yeah they talk
Okay.
about the cover up, but it does touch upon it.
Yeah, so yeah, one of them dies in Japan, but they don't really cover it up there. So what happened there? Give me some background lore on this because we can.
So
Our worlds are collided right now, so let's embrace it.
Yeah. So the whole thing that happened with the death there is that it was drug related, and the way it's kind of been explained is that the Von Erichs, where they still had a lot of strong ties over to the wrestling scene in Japan, and especially in those days, a lot of the wrestling scene had a lot of strong Yakuza ties. They basically were trying to kind of put the screws onto a lot of
Wait,
reporters. And
is that the loosest connection as to why games like Yakuza have so much wrestling shit kind of in it?
No, the Yakuza are just notoriously tied to like any sort of money making.
Oh, okay, they just
like
there's
that.
no for everything.
Yeah.
You make money, then we know.
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah,
like,
like,
you
like-
cannot have a sporting event in Japan, period, without some kind of Yakuza tie.
Yeah, like MMA Pride was the big
Yeah.
MMA association there for the longest time, and it had notoriously big like Yakuza ties to it too.
Interesting. Okay, so
And,
drugs.
and any U.S. wrestler or British wrestler that talks about their times going over to Japan are like, yeah, we started fucking around with some guys, and then we realized, oh shit, they're mob, and then we started backing off on a lot of those.
Yeah.
But except the Steiners, they were fucking insane what they would fucking do. But yeah, so the whole thing is that they're like they basically try to suppress the story as much as possible and to try and kind of delay the information getting out there because they didn't want anything with the drug charges to become
Yeah.
known. They wanted to kind of control the narrative of how the death happened.
Okay. I mean,
Well, 'cause
they
it
kind
looks bad on both sides too, right? It looks bad on the
Yeah.
Von Erichs, and it looks bad on like the local authority. And
Exactly.
if it comes out that like, hey, this guy had drugs in his system, where are the drugs coming from?
because Japan's
which-
especially hard on drugs.
Mhm.
Yes.
Um,
To which the family denies that any kind of cover up happened, but it's like, yeah, of course you're gonna deny that you try to fucking cover that shit up. Who's gonna? Well, I mean, Hogan probably would. He'd take credit for the fucking cover up, but
so, no, they kind of touch on it if I recall correctly, right? They showed him doing drugs,
Yeah.
like kind of like prefacing it. They didn't say it, but they showed him doing drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that kind of you can put two and two together on there. Because at the same time too, like the dude didn't just get sick like that, brother. That's not how it works. I just thought the bullshit one was. Is it how accurate is it to bringing the last one, like the artsy kid in, Mike?
I'm gonna be honest. There's so many fucking kids in that family. I can't keep track of all of them.
Mike is the. I mean, was he the first brother on? Well, I guess you wouldn't know since it's different on us. Hulk Hogan is a Lion Mid documentary. I'd believe that. If you tell me it's true, I believe that 100%.
Understandable.
I don't know. You describe him, Kelsey. You know what I'm talking about? The kid that was like
I-
definitely not wanting to be part of this. He was the one singing and trying to do art and stuff, and the family was like, "Fuck you, go wrestle or go get muscles because you're not as big as everyone else."
Yeah, no, there's.
Oh,
definitely-
was he the one that died in the car crash?
I was just about to say. I'm pretty sure that was a car crash one, right?
Yeah.
Is that a suicide car crash?
Mm, I
No.
don't think so. I think he's like legitimately just died in a car accident.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
think
that
yeah,
one then.
if I vaguely remember that, like maybe it was one of those things where he was tired behind the wheel kind of situation.
That was different than the
but-
one then. Hold on.
Yeah, because this family's had so many fucking kids die.
Well, kids die, and then like illegitimate family members being brought in.
Yeah,
to the
Mike-
fold.
Mike Von Erich. He was the youngest brother. He died. He died by suicide.
Oh, okay.
He overdosed. Let's see. He overdosed on alcohol and sleeping pills. He had been arrested for DUI a couple days earlier. But yeah, that one was kind of annoying because that kid was definitely just like he just wanted to do some art. You can kind of tell he was not nearly as buff as everyone else, and he just kind of wanted to just chill. That was the one who he had I guess let's see, he had
That's right. Because
shoulder
also Chris,
surgery.
suicided. Yeah.
Shoulder
Okay,
surgery.
So the thing is, Historian Iron Claw is a combination of two of the brothers.
Is that the
It's
one that they
Mike-
were mixed? They were kind of. I do remember that one of them they cut the brothers, so they mixed both of them up a little bit.
Yeah, it's Mike. They did Mike with Chris.
Okay.
Okay. So okay.
Okay. So he. Let's see. In 1986, he suffered a head injury from a car accident, which his vehicle overturned and lost control.
Okay, and Chris was the youngest one,
Okay.
and I guess he was the one that got pushed into it.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks for the youngest one because like, grow up. But yeah, he was the
Yeah,
one that.
he had a lot of health problems. In addition to asthma, his bones were so brittle from taking some kind of drug that they would often break while performing simple wrestling maneuvers.
Jesus Christ.
He was often frustrated by his inability to make headway as a wrestler due to his physical build. Yeah, so
Jesus.
definitely the combo of the two.
Yeah, it shows it. This is the one that got the shoulder injury, and then he got toxic shock syndrome, and then got
Ugh.
brain damage as a result of that.
Jesus Christ.
And in the movie, like he can't play his guitar or anything anymore because of that. Dude, the fact that you're losing sons and brother Fritz was just like didn't give a fuck. He's like, all right, let's keep going.
Next one up.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was, dude. I'm like, you're actively
And
crazy.
if I remember correctly, like one of the sisters also was like assaulted several times and shit.
There are
like that,
sisters?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this movie didn't cover all of it.
No, that's why I said like go genuinely if you're fascinated by it, go watch the Dark Side of the Ring episode. There's so much insane shit, and even that episode doesn't cover like fucking everything that happened.
Let's see.
Be right back.
Pretty sure it's even on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. Looks like archive.org has it up.
Perfect.
Hell
I also
yeah.
have all of it on my server. If we can ever find time to get y'all on there.
Yep, I got you. I got it logged. I'm saving it. How long is it? Oh, it's only 40 minutes. Oh, they're gonna talk about
Yeah.
a lot of shit in that 40 minutes. So, hold on. Is Fritz like seen positively now, or is he just everyone's like fuck that guy?
Well, it depends who you ask, because this unfortunately
Ask
goes
the Nazis,
into,
and they're like hell yeah, brother.
no, it unfortunately kind of goes into the people that talk about the business and the people that talk about people as people. If you talk
Everyone's
about
like,
anyone
hey,
that
yeah, you
talks-
brought a lot of attention to us and gave us a lot of like, you brought a lot of people. Yeah, okay.
and that's one of the things because we're almost done getting caught up on all the seasons, and that's what's been pissing Lee off the most, and honestly, to some degree, even me as well, when watching through these, is there's so many times where it's like, oh yeah, this dude was fucking like huffing cocaine left and right, like literal bricks of cocaine, beating his wife, fucking nearly killing people on all these rage, and then all these other people would just be like, oh, he was always a great guy. I mean, just
Yeah, I
couldn't
love that
see this
guy.
happen. It's like, no, this guy was not a good guy. Like, stop saying that.
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing about the whole wrestling community is that they're so ready to overlook like a lot of the bad shit just because they gave him some like spectacular moments, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with Chris Benoit, it's like such a tragedy and such a tragic thing, but people are always like never want to paint him as like a bad broken person.
No, it's there. The amount of people that will defend Benoit is absolutely insane.
Right.
Just no. I don't. I fucking a. I love and hate wrestling so fucking much.
Yeah, very weird fan base.
Did they talk? Was the mother better in real life than she was in the movie?
No.
Because I'm looking at
Yeah.
this last thing saying for Chris, the youngest, his brother and mother attempted to dissuade him from his suicidal tendencies that same day. But in the movie, mom didn't give a fuck.
It's one of those things where sometimes the moments of care wasn't necessarily coming from a place of care. It was coming from a place of preserving the meal ticket.
Right. And wrestling was the meal ticket.
Is
That was the whole fucked up thing with what was it, the Clubfoot kid, is that they pushed him so hard to get to the WWE or WWF, and once he got there, they just kept fucking riding his ass.
Yup.
Just rode him till the fucking wheels literally fell off.
And then shout outs to him for somehow keeping his lost foot secret for so goddamn long.
Yeah, that was the craziest.
or
bit.
how long did he keep that secret?
Basically for the entire rest of his wrestling career.
Yeah.
He just always had like high legged boots, so that way they never came off or anything. And in the nature of sticking to kayfabe that he's trained for his whole life, just never was seen without some kind of high leg wear.
And that must have been painful as fuck too.
Yep.
Especially back then.
Yeah. All right.
Imagine someone trying to get him into an ankle lock. His fucking foot just falls off. Whoa!
or like the fucking spot with Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero, where Eddie fucking slips out of his boot.
Yep.
Got a whole damn foot there.
Let's see. I'm looking up how many kids they had. Is this
Too
they only
fucking
had
many.
6 sons? Is that? Yeah, no, they only had sons. Fritz only had sons. Are you talking about the granddaughter?
Oh yeah, I think I'm putting the granddaughter in there.
Yeah, Lacey Von Erich.
Yeah, she's been through some shit. Although she is insanely right wing as well. So I mean, your mileage may vary on how much sympathy you have for that.
Sure. Damn, they're just still going with it, huh? Well, I guess if you have the legacy and you have the job for it, if you're buff enough, go for it, I guess. But
I mean, that's the one thing they know how to do. So
yeah, I don't know. I'd put money in that curse. I'm like, I'm good. I'm out of it. Trivia has some people in here. Lacey Von Erich seems like a nice person. One of the daughters. Well, never mind. Put the Mafia over Baby. Wrestler's Court. Imagine.
oh, Wrestler's Court.
But yeah,
What a horrible thing that was.
I guess it was a good movie to watch from the outside of aspect. But that should still piss me off though too.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed it whenever I watched it. It was really good. I think it got snubbed quite a bit during that award season, but that's just me.
Jeremy Allen White was fucking yoked, dude. I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah, he was yoked out of his fucking gourd. Him and Zac Efron looked great.
They put them on the Marvel regime for that fucking movie, whatever it was. Like, can we get one of those guys to borrow for just like a few of these guys here real quick? Because
Oh,
like
shit.
the other guy was buff too, but like not nearly as those two. Those two were just fucking cannons.
Yeah, the other dude, he was just kind of like he was like that schlubby buff. Like he was just a really big guy that was really in shape.
Yeah. Which made it a little bit not believable when they were like, "Hey, he's gonna go be our first." I'm like, "Really? Look at Zac Efron. Zac Efron's fucking a tank, dude. Jesus Christ." Uh, but yeah. Anyway, um, did you watch anything else after that? I don't believe I did. All right, let's talk about it.
Oh, real quick,
Oh.
on the subject of watching shit, because I almost forgot until just now. Watch Thursday Murder Club. A lot of fun. If you like murder mystery shit, do highly recommend that.
Are you hopping into Twin Peaks again soon?
Eventually, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't have time. Celebrating my anniversary.
Is it over?
No, it's tomorrow, and then we got plans the whole week.
All right, so you mark it down here, everyone. 2 weeks from now, David's continuing the series.
Yeah, by next Tuesday.
Sold.
All right.
I mean, next week's patch week, so I'll have time where I'm just watching shit happen.
Nice. Craving talking about that. It's more people do. All right. It's been 2 weeks since. So, David, what'd you play?
Hell yeah.
Actually, no. What'd you get?
What
That's what we do first. I always
did we
that wrong.
get? That's right. So I bought some books. I got the art book for the 2014 Godzilla.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
I got some books on Chinese and Indian mythology and folklore.
Bangers.
And then picked up in order to do these things. Probably the last of my Japanese imports because thanks tariffs. I don't know, got some weird fucking puzzle game. Looks kind of cute. This is some kind of weird adventure game. All I know is I saw Atlas and my dumb monkey brain went must have. Drawn to Life on the Wii.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
And then I got this because this is such a weird, dumb novelty, and I fucking love weird, dumb novelties. It is a physics simulation software for the Game Boy.
Okay.
It comes with its own like little instruction manual and gives you all kinds of different prompts for how to build out your own physics simulations and has some other mini games and things like that. Such a weird, dumb, useless thing I'll never use, especially considering it's in fucking Japanese. But I love weird, dumb shit like this, so I had to buy it.
Feasibly, like just hypothetically, how much more shit do you think? Like, I put a number on it. Like, how much more can your house hold without it being like, all right, it's storage time?
I have 2 more wall sections I could utilize.
Okay. So you still got,
And then I still have that closet.
Okay, you're still good.
Still good.
Okay.
Then the rest here was I got this Rowcraft DX on the Evercade. I'm waiting for the rest of my Evercade orders to come in. The tariffs slowed down me keeping my complete collection. So unfortunately I do have to wait on some of those items. But hopefully soon I'll be back to having a complete collection for that. And then my loving wife got me a couple things. She got me Horus on Switch. And I now finally have a physical proper Switch 2 game. I got the Rune Factory game on Switch
Nice.
2. And that is all I got.
Kells?
Hell yeah. I don't have anything new, I don't think. Nope.
In the car, it's been there for a couple days. I keep forgetting about it. I bought Far Cry Primal for like $2. I don't know why it was just $5. It was $2. Why not? But that's not the thing, is gentlemen. This is a monumental day for my collection. David, you're very well aware of this one. This one has been a talk of us many on this podcast, and unfortunately, I slipped.
This man got a Zebo with Resident Evil 4 on it.
Shit. I did the thing where I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning for an eBay auction, and I'm like, all right, it's lower than I thought it'd be. So I was like, all right, prepping up, and I did the thing where I shouldn't have. I maxed out a bid like 10 seconds before the ending. I'm like, motherfucker. Because sure enough, last 2 seconds, I saw someone like creeping up that fucking bid. I'm like, stop fucking bidding. I'm going to win. Stop it. I won. At what cost? I probably spent like extra like 70 or 80 bucks on this, which I really feel upset about it. But I have secured
Man's
it.
got a complete a box copy of Cubivore.
No, not yet. But I have got Disney Sports Basketball, the game that
Nice.
spiked for some ungodly reason years ago, and I'm still upset about it because it was like a $7 to $8 game back in like 2021, I want to say, and then just shot up to like, what was it, like it was at the peak we saw like $1,200 I think for it.
Yeah.
No, and there are still a lot of copies that go for that price. I think specifically with the manual, for whatever reason, a lot of these copies just do not have manuals. I assume
Maybe that's why, is people starting to realize that shit doesn't have manuals now.
Yeah, like I can understand if it's a kid's game and like kids just take the shit out of this and lose it, but it's like I don't know why the fuck a lot of these copies don't have manuals. It's hard to find a copy with a manual. I don't give a fuck about manual. If I'm saving however much hundreds of dollars not buying the manual, fuck it at this point. I'm not doing that. But got it for a lower than usual price on that game, so I feel good about that. Just wish it could have been even lower because I should have just held off. If I held off like another 6 seconds, I probably would have saved like $80 on that end, but whatever. It's mine. I think I am now officially, I skimmed it, and unless I misread, 1 or 2 games above $100 value on GameCube. Cubivore being the last big holy grail. At that point, it's just winding down, gentlemen. So
The chase is almost complete.
it's almost over. Like I need Cubivore, and I've marked the beasts, dude. I've got just killed all of them. Pokemon Box not being there, but I don't give a fuck about Pokemon Box. If it happens to land in my collection, cool. I'm not chasing that shit.
It's not a real game, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Or like those weird dual boxes. Like, no. If I stumble across it at a value that I feel I would appropriately pay, right? Like if I was at a yard sale, someone was doing Pokemon Box for cheap, obviously, or
Like, here it is,
or-
$5 in a
or
handy.
if someone was selling it for like $200-$300, I'd probably grab it just knowing on the resale value. If I want to get rid of that thing, I could flip that for like what 1.5K maybe. Yeah, I'll do that. But nah, that shit was $20 at launch. Fuck off. But yeah, so Cubivore, I think it's like one more, and then I think I'm down. I know GameCube games have been going down a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah, the whole market's actually tanking right now, just because
God.
of.
I'm gonna look right now actually.
Just in the last 3 days, my collection and my wish list have dropped by like almost $1,000.
David just unalived himself. Fuck this. I can't handle this.
No, it's the beauty of collecting for fucking collecting's sake.
I
need my investment portfolio to be different. Like a fucking loser. Video games are meant to be played.
Yeah, I hate when people want to gatekeep their collection. Like they get mad at like remakes or something like that. I'm like, fuck off. Like, hell yeah. Especially like when
no, another warehouse found more copies of this game. My copy is going to be worth even less now. Good.
or
Fuck
when
you.
or like Nintendo Online, right? When now they're doing GameCube.
Yep.
I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Put Cubivore on there and let me just give me Cubivore. Because
Yeah, put all the
you know
weird
that
shit
shit's
on
going
there.
down. You know that shit's going down. I'm gonna be fucking hawkeyeing that shit, dude.
Good. Fuck it. Again, games are meant to be played. It's great that companies are, and
Which
by
we
companies,
say-
I mean, like
we
mom
say-
and pop shops are able to go ahead and sustain themselves selling these things. But no, fuck it. At the end of the day, games are meant to be fucking played. No fucking bit of plastic and fucking thinking sand should cost more than a fucking grand on anything.
We say that as a lot of games we have behind us have never even been played.
I slowly chip through my collection.
All right. So if you include Pokemon Box and like all these weird like dual packs and like and weird pre-order boxes and stuff like that. Actually, if you don't include Pokemon Box, Disney Sports Basketball is the highest priced GameCube game. Complete in box being $1,000, loose price being $350. I'm not paying $600 for a manual. What the fuck's wrong with you? Pokemon Box, $850 loose, $2,000 complete in box. But Cubivore is right there. Cubivore is currently $330 loose, $500 complete in box. And then scrolling. Let's see. Ooh, it feels nice and its price goes down now. Holy shit, is that it? Do I have the Pure Level 2 pack? I don't know if I have that yet. The only other game besides Keyboard that's over $100 is NCAA College Basketball 2K3 At-
That's a random one.
at $100 loose, $250 complete. I think Digimon Rumble Arena is like $97, $138 complete. Yeah, hell yeah, dude, that feels good. I'm glad to get fucking out of this shit. I need to make just a video of like my GameCube collection at some point though. Every once in a while, I like to flex on just by myself. Like not flex on anyone, but I just look back. I'm like, let me go look up GameCube collections. I was like, I have 100 games. I'm like, I have 110.
It's also good for insurance purposes, just to have that shit recorded.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that was my big haul. Had to tell the girlfriend that, and that was a hard subject for a second. I'm like, that was an expensive game. She's like, how much? I was like, spit it out, and she was like, ew. Jesus. And I'm like, yeah, video game collecting used to be cheap. It used to be
True.
cheap. That shit was great back then. I love watching like 15-year-old videos where the guy's like, I found like this NES game that's worth like this is a holy grail NES game worth $300. I'm like, I think I looked it up and I'm like, that shit's like 3,000 now. And they just find it at like flea markets. I'm like, y'all are crazy. Yep. Obviously, because of price point, that's all I have. So, David, what'd you play?
Hell yeah. Played a few things. I played through a few endings of Needy Streamer Overdose. Didn't actually care for that game, honestly.
I played about 20 minutes of it, and I'm gonna go back to it. I'll try it again, but I thought it was be a little more visual novelty than like silly game mechanic, I guess, of like managing shit.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where if you just look at the description of the game on paper, it kind of sounds up my alley. But it's so, how to put it? It's so laser focused on being the extreme end of everything possible that it leaves the realm of being able to get attached or invested in anything, and it's just so cartoonishly over the top with everything that can happen.
It's overloaded.
It's overloaded. It's just kind of dumb. I had one run end early because apparently I fucked her brains into goddamn insanity. I got the cuck ending because that was just hilariously easy to do. Because I'm like, all right, well, apparently you can't have too much attachment, so let's go the other way. What happens when she has like so little attachment? And there's just so many different endings where it's just like, I don't care. And that's the hard part. Like, I feel like in a game that the whole concept is trying to kind of see this basically kind of streamer succeed but falls into horrible vices, in order for that to hit, you have to care. If you have no reason to care about the character that you're investing the time and energy and that has all this horrible shit happen to, then all you're amounting to is like the dog in the beginning of John Wick, where it's like, yeah, it dies. Oh shit, be sad because a dog died. Granted, all you need for someone else to have motivation to do anything else in a film, but for this character to exist and care beyond just, all right, they have a miserable personality and they're just getting lost into the void, right-wing conspiracies all of a sudden, or, oh man, I swear I heard Bigfoot, and all this other weird shit can go on. It's like, why am I wasting my time? There's nothing enjoyable about this experience, and not enjoyable as in like fun, because I mean that's true too. There's nothing fun about any of the shit going on, but like there's nothing gripping or interesting. There's a lot of games I enjoy because fucking miserable, horrible shit happens constantly to our protagonists. But we're given time to invest and care about those characters. You're not in this game, and so I was kind of disappointed with that. I didn't really care for it. I got like I think 4 or 5 different endings. I don't know. I not really what I was expecting it to be.
Fair enough.
Aside from that, have been playing through a game that is phenomenal, which is Slay the Princess. Been playing that with the wife, having a grand fucking time with that. Absolutely phenomenal writing, absolutely fantastic characterization. Highly recommend. We're like 7 endings deep so far right now. I think is where we kind of left off at. And there's like 23 total you have to go through to get to like the true ending of it. But it works in the way that the narrative structure is right now. I don't want to spoil anything with this game, but absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic game. Highly recommend Slay the Princess. If you have even the passing interest in kind of visual novels and games that are kind of like Nier in that just getting an ending isn't getting an ending. There's a lot you have to go through to get to the actual ending of it. Then highly recommend Slay the Princess. Phenomenal fucking game.
Someone on my Twitter mentioned how much they're into visual novels, so I give you a shout out because I asked him to give me recommendations. Immediately they went Higurashi.
Hell yeah, Higurashi When They Cry, The House in Fata Morgana, Slay the Princess, all highly recommend.
Nice. Anything else?
Yes, and the game that I actually finished playing through today, I played Grim Grimoire finally, another Vanillaware title. One of their more kind of unique entries. It's a console RTS game. Absolutely fantastic little game. Story's kind of it's all right. It's not fantastic or deep, but it's fun. It's quirky, cute little kind of adventure. But I like the way that they made an RTS work on consoles because originally it was PS2 game and then now it's on PS4 and PS5. But yeah, it has the same Vanillaware charm. The only thing that's really missing from it is a lot of food because Vanillaware usually puts a lot of food and shit in their games. But otherwise than that, gorgeous art style as always, fantastic music, fun, unique combat. Had a great time. Enjoyable game. Got the platinum in that.
Nice. Kels?
And that's all I played.
I've primarily just been playing through Hollow Knight. So I was actually playing it before we went live. I was just chilling in the Discord playing it. That game's fucking awesome. It's right up my alley. I love Metroidvanias, just in general. But this is definitely a Metroidvania made by people who love Dark Souls.
Okay.
And I happen to
Yes.
also love Dark Souls, so it's a great mishmash of two things I love, and they take entirely the right lessons from both. I feel like, you get all the good from Metroidvanias, you get all the really good storytelling, world building from the Dark Souls games, the main games themselves, and not like the inspired by games. But yeah, no, the game's great. I'm thinking from what I've been trying to look up online without like delving too deep in spoilers or anything, and I think I'm getting close to the end. I'm kind of like that last home stretch, so trying to press that before Silksong comes out. $20 for this game that's supposed to
Hell
be
yeah.
huge and have like free updates going on.
which is good, right? Because like they could have
Oh,
gotten away
it's
with
great.
30, 100%, but there's like, yeah,
They could have gotten away with like $40. I honestly think, especially with like how large the promise is, especially after what Hollow Knight was.
right,
Like
and
Hollow Knight's entirely like right now, like with everything, all the additional stuff that comes with it, could easily be like a $30-$40 game.
and you know they're gonna keep
Yeah.
updating forever.
Right, exactly. They're gonna have so many further DLCs for it. Because right now for Hollow Knight, the thing is it's not 100% run; it's 112% run. I guess is like their thing, and that's due to finishing all the bosses, all the DLC and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's always gonna be something that people are gonna be looking for or trying to find for Silksong. I feel like.
Right. But it's such a really warm story to hear. Like they're just like really having fun with the development. They took all the time they wanted, and they're not a big team at all. So they're
People.
like they are just soaking in money right now. Like Hollow Knight is easily just they don't need to release another game ever. They could just do whatever they want with Hollow Knight.
Yeah, they're simply doing it because this was a Kickstarter goal.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
just so happened to turn out. I'm like, hey, this is more than a deal. just a additional DLC that we wanted to do.
Right, and they're just like, you know what, $20, and we know we're gonna sell a lot, right? Because and I disagree actually a little bit in a way. What I see is like they could have gone with 40, but I think 20 is smart though for them too, because
Oh yeah, 100.
because $20 is that you've heard this meme forever, because you know plenty of people were like participating in a Silk Song meme even though they didn't play Hollow Knight, right? And so it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
I was. Yeah,
Ho-
I've never
Silk
played
Song?
Hollow Knight beforehand.
yeah, Silk Song $20, I'll buy it because I've heard about that game forever. The marketing is non-existent. They never need to market anything. Like, hey, Hollow Knight's out. So they're gonna make a lot of fucking money. Just people just buying the game, even if
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not their thing, they're gonna buy the fuck out of it.
Well, I mean, even Xbox is using it to push their handheld.
Right?
really
It's like
hard,
it'll be
so-
out by the time this is out. We promise.
Yeah.
And I did see people. What was it? I saw one guy getting upset that you know, it's unfair for Team Cherry. You just drop a game like that because now all these developers have to move their game out of the way. Like, who the fuck cares? Okay, cool.
Yeah, no one's making you do it.
Yeah. Like, grow up.
If you feel like you need to do that, that's on you. That's a business decision that you're making. That's not
Right.
a-
Also,
not
why are you so
based on-
afraid of the little indie game, huh? Why are you so afraid?
Well, it's partially
No,
because there are other indie games.
Yeah, I know a lot of the actual other indie games are actually moving out of the way, but what are you gonna do? Like, you know, it's gonna happen. You're gonna land somewhere, and you guys.
It's either gonna be Silk Song or it's gonna be GTA 6. Like,
And see, the thing that bums me out about Silk Song is that there's no physical release coming with it. It's gonna
Yeah.
come out until 2026. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's almost gonna have two two releases.
Game Pass, right?
Well, I mean,
Is
it's
it on
gonna
Game
be
Pass?
digital. It's gonna be on Steam. It'll be on blah 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 whatever. But I mean, I just want a physical copy of it.
Yeah, I forget if it's on
I'm
Game
gonna have
Pass
to
or
wait until
not.
next year.
I don't think it is, but I remember Xbox showing it, which
I
is
think
probably
it
why I'm
has
picking
to be since it's on the ROG Ally, or the whatever the fuck their thing's called.
Interesting. I did just boot up Hollow Knight for the first time recently too, just to finally try
It
it
kicks
out.
ass, dude. I love that game. The
I-
atmosphere to it, the story, it's all. I don't know. I'm just a big slut for like the environmental storytelling. Like, let me
Yeah.
find stuff and kind of like piece it together. And Hollow Knight just does it to like a T.
Even
It's so
then,
good.
I'm not even like take a step further. I'm into like background details and like let me look on my own and just find it. You know,
That's
like
what Hollow Knight is for sure.
okay, I'll be
'Cause,
in
like
that.
you'll get to an area that has like after a boss fight, you'll look around like, oh, this looks peculiar, and then later you'll watch like a YouTube short on like the lore of Hollow Knight, and it'll be like, and blah 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 blah, and it'll reference to like a boss fight room where you thought something looked off, and like, oh, that's why.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll.
yeah, my wife made the mistake of. Oh, god.
No, go for it.
I was gonna say a while back, my wife made the mistake of trying that game because she's like, "Oh, the art for it looks gorgeous," and then she traveled around the first little area. She's like, "Oh, this game's gorgeous! I'm so excited for this." And then she couldn't fucking beat any of the bosses, and then I was like, "Oh no, we need to get you training on Metroidvanias first before you tackle this."
Yeah, my wife has been having like a field day just watching me get my ass beat and play. Because like I'm doing stuff, I'm trying to do jumping puzzles. I'm like, fuck, I can't do this without the dash. I have to come back. She's like, what do you mean a dash? I'm like, trust me, I know how these work. There's a dash somewhere, and I gotta get it.
Yeah, you know, like you see that exact little pivot there. You're like, all right, I'll be back.
Yeah, there's a wall jump that I need to do here. There's a dash I need to do over here.
Yeah. God bless. She just got home, so I wonder if she's gonna hear me right now. But we told this podcast way back when we're on the podcast where she saw a copy of Hollow Knight at Best Buy. She's like, "Oh, this looks cute." I was like, "Don't buy that." She's like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "You, yeah, just that's not a game for you." And I've learned if I tell her no, she's gonna be a lot more inclined to do it.
Right. Well, now I have to see.
Yeah, like if I tell her no, she's like has the rebellious nature where she's gonna do things. So a lot of times I'll see her do something and she'll regret it later. I'm like, I was gonna tell you something, but I figured I'd let you just do it. And then yeah, sure enough, I think she only got back a couple hours and maybe tops. But she hands me the Switch one day. She's like, "Hey, can you beat this for me?" I'm like, "I've never played this game. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't know what to do. I don't
You
know."
can't just drop a man in the middle of a Metroidvania.
Yeah, I'm like,
You gotta
"Ah."
build
Got
those
them.
skills.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what does what. Nope.
She has,
Sorry.
like, the
Also,
worst arms
Adrian's the
equipped.
wrong person. My man went through fucking goddamn Bloodstain the hardest way possible.
All right, someone would say that's the that I'm the right person for that then, because if I went through that, apparently willingly, like at first too. Like I don't play retro games like ever. I'm not very much a retro gamer, but like somehow that was still the funniest thing, dude. That was one of the funniest.
My man didn't
conversations.
realize that violence wasn't the only option.
They tried to fucking kill me. What the fuck? Kill them. I never get that shit, dude. In movies too, I'm like double tap the fuck out of them. Why the fuck are we letting them even like try to live? No, hard pass. Kill them. Kill them. Yeah, no, that was funny. Yeah, I'm gonna play some more of that. But yeah, going back to the background stuff, like every year I always use PT as my in the classroom as a video game for the students to study background, like because that story is like entirely told through like whatever you go through. If you speedrun that game, you're not gonna know a fucking thing about it. So it is like environmental storytelling. Like figure out everything that you see, look at everything you do that, piece it together. And that's always the one I do, and I bring in a PS4 Pro in just for that thing. I think I told you guys too last year. Like that was the first year I did that. I was talking to a student, I wasn't paying attention, and I hit the settings. And I hovered I don't know, like my body stopped my brain from moving, and I hovered my finger over the X. I had on the delete the whole app for PT. I was like, circle, go back. Okay, do not do that. That's so fucking stupid. That once it's gone, it's just gone.
Unless you mod your PlayStation 4.
Is there like no legitimate way of even having that game still? Is that like not
legitimately? No.
That's so fucking crazy to me,
no
dude.
way. You have to basically mod your PlayStation 4 at this point.
That's fucking crazy. To have a game, a digital fucking game, not have any sort of semblance of existence outside of just those that have it already is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, that's why I don't like digital.
But like, but like games, even if they exist on other platforms, right? Like that makes sense to me that you have that. But like, I don't know. That's just asinine to me in some ways.
It's hella asinine. It's horrible.
Agreed. Anyway, and Limbo is also the other one I was gonna say. Is Limbo is also a fantastic way of background storytelling. It's so good. So I think maybe I'll play some Hollow Knight tonight. Maybe that's what I'm feeling.
Highly recommend. If you need any help, hit me up because I have ran myself into many dead ends in that game.
Yeah, I want to play it on Switch too, but I fucking do not like playing the Switch just vanilla. I can't help without a fucking grip on it. I fucking hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Yeah, I still need to cop it physically on Switch because that's why I'm gonna get Switch or the Silksong release too. I'm just gonna grab it physical on Switch.
Nice.
Which I think they like announced something today about like the upgrade path or how you can do it for Switch to Switch 2 for Silksong. I don't know. It's been really fun playing it, and then you see the main character from Silksong. Her name's Hornet, and so you see her and be like, "Oh, hey, it's Jane Silksong."
What else have you been playing?
That's it. Just been trying to grind through that. Been trying to bust that out before September 4th. Like I said, I feel like I'm getting close, so fingers crossed.
I have neglected to say I did buy a handful of things digitally. I got Helldivers 2.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Fortnite got me. I thought I was like, I was like, all right, you know what? Like I saw Hank Hill. I'm like, I'm buying Hank Hill. So I like went on the cloud just to buy Hank Hill. I'm like, I'm gonna have Hank Hill in this game. That's fine. And then all the gorillas come out. I'm like, oh motherfucker! Like,
so wait, it's the whole band?
Whole band.
Oh shit!
Whole band. Like... It is 2D and Noodle are on the store, and then Murdoch and Russell are in the festival pass.
Oh. Okay.
Which my buddy, because you know Fortnite more than I do, my buddy tells me that what I should do is instead of doing the festival pass, get the crew pass and grind out Fortnite for the month, get everything knocked out, including season pass, because I guess there's the Halo armor in season pass as well, and then you'll have everything else. Rangers. Yeah. So he had to walk me in like an old man on that. I haven't bought the crew pass yet, but it was like, yeah, if you get the crew pass, you kind of get all passes, and you get a month to just knock everything out. I'm like,
yeah, and it's like the same price as like just the battle pass too. I think.
Yeah, but just
but there's also you don't actually even have to really play the game. There's there's custom lobbies and custom modes that you can load into that are just XP farms. So you can.
Are you interested in doing that? Because I need someone to walk me through some Fortnite stuff, and I want all the gorillas.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it 100%, but I'll figure it out. And
Let me know because I've not bought the pass yet, but I was waiting to tell you because I'm like, I want to see if you play Fortnite. Because if so, I'll hop in on that and I'll just knock it out for the
hell
month.
yeah. Yep, I need to get in and get my Power Ranger stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
there.
So, yeah, dabble on level Fortnite, dabble, and I got the Rivals season pass. Even though I've not touched Rivals at all season 3. I know it's season 3 is already closing, but luckily they're not shit about it, so I can just buy the pass and just deal with it later.
Right.
Which is like whenever I get my next hyperfixation on that game, fantastic. I got so much content to knock out. I was almost like considering, I was like, do I need the pass? But then I saw the first thing you get was Venom Squirrel Girl, and I was like, cool, I'm in.
And Symbiote Spidey is in it too.
Ooh, okay. I was wondering where they were getting that skin. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Black Suit Spider-Man's in it, and the Bully Maguire dance is an emote for
Hell
Spidey.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm happy with it. That's fine. Totally cool with it.
I love how they've like embraced the memes with that game. It's so good.
Yeah, with Venom twerking.
Venom twerking. They have Blade giving Jeff a low taper fade.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's like a
That's-
sticker or a spray that you can lay down.
That's so funny. All right, I need to get into there.
Just wait until we start getting the original characters.
I know.
I have still been tempted by Twitter to hop back into Overwatch.
That's why you shouldn't have Twitter. It's fucking
Yeah.
garbage.
The new character looks cool. I mean, other than that,
I know
no
Stadium is
news
just.
of that.
I'm kind of curious about Stadium because I've heard a lot of praise about it, and then I did get talked into downloading Dead by Daylight again because I know I've been wanting to try that forever, and it has the Alan Wake DLC on it, so I wanted to grab the Alan Wake DLC on it.
Before they take
You gotta
off the
play it
game.
while you can.
Yeah.
Never know what's gonna get yanked.
What?
Never know when anything in Dead by Daylight is gonna get yanked.
Yeah,
Oh.
what was it that happened recently? Like one of the DLCs got
Hellraiser, all the
Hellraiser,
Hellraiser stuff got
yeah.
yanked.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of the Silent Hill stuff's been yanked by this point too.
I got Pyramid Head already. I wouldn't worry too much about the Alan Wake one. It's only $4 though, so I'll grab it soon. But I wouldn't worry about that versus horror IPs are fucking headache apparently to manage.
Yeah, they'll just refund you back with in-game equivalent currency anyways. You're fine.
Did they take the actual person away?
I think so. Yeah, I think they just
yeah.
give you like back like they don't even give you money
Damn.
back. They just give you the currency. like,
That's I
in-game
didn't know that. I
currency.
thought you could still play the character.
No, it's all gone.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I guess it kind of makes sense, right? Because like you can't play it, so why would they like want people to look at it and be like, "How do I get that?" You can't. But that's crazy. What the fuck? All right. Well. Yeah, and then I've been playing Gears of War Reloaded.
Hell yeah. How is
Hell
that?
yeah.
It's good. I mean, I wish I didn't just play Gears of War Ultimate Edition like earlier this year or like something like that. I forget when I did because I'm playing through the same exact shit all over again. I'm like, I hate playing through games at the beginning all the time because I just feel like I'm not going anywhere. But it looks great. It looks fucking really good. I'm just I kind of had that thing where I got with Halo 1 and 2 where I'm like, can you guys just remake the other ones now? Because I really want to play Gears of War 2. I really want to play Gears of War 2 like really bad, and 3. But I'm like, just go from like Reloaded. Gears 3 is still gonna play or Gears 2 and 3 are gonna play fine, but I'm like, but like everything's gonna get stepped down for sure. You know what I mean? So I'm like, but I don't know. I've been craving playing Gears 3 again, and Gears 1 still good, but like little things like the grenade sticking on the wall and stuff like that, you just forget that they're just not part of the first one.
Yep.
But the funniest thing though is because like Gears of War is one of those games where I can just kind of snap back into. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm back in. Same like with Halo and stuff like that, where I'm like, I can not play a game for years and just immediately. So like boot up Gears and within the first act, easy, knocking out the 25 perfect reloads because I'm hitting perfect reloads every time. If you're not doing that, you're crazy.
I've seen someone bitching about that on Twitter today. And I'm pretty sure they were playing it on PlayStation.
I was about to say,
too, so
PlayStation
like,
user,
all right, buddy.
they don't get it.
Yeah.
It's funny because like PlayStation users are kind of talking shit on Xbox for having Helldivers. They're like, oh, we're gonna shit all over them. I'm like, yeah, but the Xbox people looking at y'all with PlayStations playing Gears, dude. The Xbox players playing Gears are fucking crackheads, dude. Like,
Yeah. That's a different breed.
speaking of clip and rip, it says, anyone remember the Review Guru? Hell yeah. and him and his
Hell yeah.
his Gears of War montage is the fucking crack ass dawn of YouTube, where he was just like, you just see cogs just bouncing along walls, dude. That game, like, put someone down that just looks at the game for 4 seconds, like, hey, imagine a multiplayer game with this, and they're like, all right, cool, I can imagine being tactical, you know, like that kind of like Ghost Recon style, like tactical. And you look at the actual game with pros, and they're just like fucking
Wall
crab
bouncing.
walking and
Yeah.
and bouncing around everywhere. You're like, what the fuck is this pinball shit, dude? It's so funny seeing those, dude. And like you just see this hulk of a man just fucking sliding across, and then your head explodes because he shotgunned you. And that's Gears of War, dude. Review Guru and Samuel to Geek, the icons of YouTube.
They do be legends.
I did talk to Guru, I want to say earlier this year, or maybe sometime last year, within the last like year or and a half or so, I think. He hit me up on Facebook. We chatted for a little bit. He's been doing pretty good. I really want to get an old school Skype call going eventually. I mean, we can't do Skype anymore, obviously, but I want to get the amigos together for one. But God help it, I plan so much at work. I don't want to plan more shit. I feel like it's out of my realm of capability. They play anything else? I had big time ADHD this weekend. So I really wanted to sit down and play stuff, but I could not play things more than like 30 seconds. It was rough. Really tried to play Cyberpunk for a second, didn't work out. Downloaded Pokemon Unite, tried to play that for 30 seconds, didn't do that. It's been rough. But you know what else has been rough in the news cycle?
He's nuts.
Not before getting into video game stuff. You guys hear about that alleged feud going on in Avengers Doomsday?
No.
Alleged.
So
And supposedly it's not Robert Downey and Ryan Reynolds.
yeah, so to catch David up on this, there's been apparently people are saying there's been a beef on the set of Avengers Doomsday where two actors are just clashing, and Marvel is going out of their way to spend millions of dollars to like figure out a way to like remove or edit scenes so that they don't have to be in the same room together.
Well then.
People speculated originally Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds, which TMZ came out and said not. I was watching something on New Rockstars where I don't agree with one of their takes, but one of them was saying like TMZ has been paid off before to like make news stories that can quell things because they do have a solid reputation. But at the same time too, I'm like, I don't know if they would take that money though, like ruining your credibility. Because TMZ is like when you get to the top, like when it hits TMZ, you just know it's real.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would be bought off like that.
Also, do they really need the money at this point is the other question.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently they said that it's been proven that they've done that before. I don't know when. I'd have to do some research on that. But yeah, I would just believe that because I think because you'll be able to tell on movie too. I feel like yeah, you'll see some it'll be probably done pretty well, but I'm sure eventually just some hawk-eyed people will be like, yeah, no, they're not in the same. You could tell, like, you know what I mean?
Right. There's only so much movie before it's like gets awkward when these people aren't talking or interacting
Yeah.
in any way.
Especially when you're spending millions to get them out of the way, though, right? That
Yeah.
means like there's something. They have some scenes, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like all of a sudden, oh, this group is together now. They're missing one person or something like that. You know what I mean? With the movie,
And would those scenes be Deadpool and Doctor Doom?
right.
Because that's who it would have to be if.
Right. And they showed that they were kind of like joking around a little while. Like they had something in like 2019 where they did some online fantasy football thing. I understand why people thought them at first, but I can also see why it wasn't. So I'm gonna throw it out there for the crew here. Who do you think be beefing? Because this movie is gonna be chaos, right? Like, there's so much shit going on. Who's beefing? Initially, it has to be some, and even TMZ kind of backed it, said it's two people I've never met before, which makes sense.
Interesting.
But and that kind of goes with what I was thinking originally, where it has to be like two
I
factions.
think it was like maybe Michael Fassbender and like Ian McKellen. Maybe they were just gonna duke it out.
I was thinking, what didn't who the fuck got mad at was it Kelsey Grammer or who or no was it no who got mad at what's his name Who's oh my god, the really annoying fucking talk show guy the chubby one.
Oh, British dude,
Yeah.
James Corden.
Yeah, who got mad at him? Let's see who got mad at
A lot of people
James
don't like James Corden. I
Corden.
think he's like a notorious douchebag, though.
Yeah.
Right, but there was Patrick Stewart.
Mm.
He got mad. What happened? I forget what happened specifically.
I just don't see anyone beefing with Patrick Stewart, though.
No, I also feel like he's professional enough to like
Be catty
not
off.
put energy. Yeah.
He, I mean, no, like I said, at this thing, what was it? It was the Glamour Awards. Let's see. I guess
In a weird way, I can definitely see it being Robert Downey with someone else, like maybe new
Yeah.
coming in. Like
I-
I can see it being like one of those things, like, "Hey, quiet down. We're trying to do something," or like, "Get off your phone," type shit, like dad energy and type of disagreement. You know?
so people are saying Robert Downey because who would have that kind of pull up Marvel? They said big name actors,
Or
right?
even-
But who?
Or even Pedro. I feel like Pedro could have done the same thing. Like someone like did something that wasn't cool on set, and he pulled a Tom Cruise and just snaps on him.
See, so let me give you the kind of like roster that they were kind of developing, or at least like their logic behind things, right? Is they were saying Robert Downey because he has the most pull, right? He's making all this money. Like
Right.
if
Head
if
honcho.
RDJ says I don't like that guy, Marvel's gonna be like, all right, cool. Let's
Yeah.
I could totally see that, right?
That's why I was thinking him or Pedro, because I think Pedro is like that next guy up if it's not Robert.
Pedro's getting there, but even New Rockstar said, and I kind of agree, is that he's so new blood to this. He's kind of like the new guy still, right? Like literally
Yeah, but
brand new.
he's a legit movie star out of like all the other people that are probably going to be in the movie.
But then he's never casted that kind of energy of where he would project something rough.
That's why I'm saying like I don't think it's like necessarily like a beef or a fight. It's more of like, hey, get your shit together type thing.
Right.
Especially like from Pedro or Robert. They're probably
Oh, you're
not,
saying like
considered-
maybe they were like being the professional ones and someone else is like saying like fucking off or something.
Yeah, like I can totally see like one of these younger dudes being out there and like the typical dad thing, like, hey, get off your fucking phone, we're trying to work. Or like hey,
oh, like, well, I mean, it'd be so stupid if this was it, right? But like, they're doing something, and Pedro's like, "Can we get to work here? Like, are we going?" And then they're like, "Fuck off! You're the fucking new guy here. No one gives a shit." And they're like,
sure, yeah, I can see something like that happening too.
"Right." I could see that. I just see Pedro Pascal as being someone that's gonna shrug it off, like, "All right, whatever. Let's just keep going."
Well, he had that whole thing where he like got like pissed off with Neil Druckmann, right?
Yeah,
I
love
forgot
that.
about that.
That was good. That was good. He's
Cool,
like,
was
"What?
like, you not like art?"
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what art is? Yeah, I struggle. I ask him every single day I wake up. I could see that, I guess.
I just see him being
Especially 'cause, like,
very
he's-
consummate professional about what he does, and I can see him being passionate about being a professional.
I could see that. I didn't think of it that way, and I could see it being like, because Marvel can't get rid of fucking Mr. Fantastic in this, right? So if,
No.
like Mr. Fantastic is having an issue
And
with
he's
someone,
like the most desired person, like probably in Hollywood that Marvel could get right now.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the hot commodity.
Mahershala. I could see that. You know, it'd be so funny actually, is Wesley Snipes beefing with Ryan Reynolds or something.
Right, that'd be so fucking funny, too.
They just round two. There's like fuck that again. So they suggested like they said Ryan Reynolds is could be up there because Ryan Reynolds also having a
I
big
could see
pull.
it. I can see it.
Having the last like $1 billion move from Marvel, being the biggest honcho, right? Running their biggest numbers as of late. He posted that Anarchy Avengers thing, which people could see like Ryan trying to be like kind of sly about it before he gets ahead of the news. And then there were rumblings of him being on set just recently, right? So he's on set recently, and then all of a sudden this fight happens. So people were kind of speculating on that end. I feel like it has to be someone kind of more old school though.
I can see Pedro and Ryan getting into it because I feel like Pedro's like a chill, more laid back guy. I feel like
And
Ryan
Ryan's
has
just
like
kind of the
that
button
golden
pusher.
retriever energy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could see that. David, you got anything on that end? You know, who you want to throw in there for that
No,
roster?
I don't. No,
I
I'm not invested enough to really care, to be honest.
That's fair. I want to.
Part of me feels like it's just like fake news, right? Like they're just like anything to get people thinking about it, talking about it in whatever way.
I could see that. I think I'm always so fascinated by this because just like the behind the scenes stuff of like a movie with this many people, right? Like,
Right. All
and,
these moving parts.
and like New York's was saying is like there's ego in Hollywood. Like, there's people that are like used to being number one on the call sheet. Now that number one on the call sheet's like number four on the call sheet, even though
Right.
they're with like five other number ones. You know what I mean? Like someone's gonna get a little hurt about it. And yeah, I think of the people on there that could have the pull of like, hey, I don't want this to happen. Marvel, fix it the fuck up right now, or I'm done. Could be RDJ, Ryan Reynolds, or Pedro Pascal. I imagine then. Because
What about Hugh Jackman? You think he'd do something like that too?
At this point,
Dude.
unless someone like really offended
dude,
him, no.
well, see, I imagine like if there was someone being offended, it was that they never met. So someone made a fucking dumbass joke about something, and pissed someone off. But like, bro, Ryan Reynolds was like dunking on him being divorced in the fucking movie. Like I think
That's
Hugh
why-
Jackman kind of just like he's like whatever, I'm good.
Right. That's what makes me think it has to be Ryan and like someone else on the cast with
So-
Ryan.
You were Rockstars kind of said it was kind of funny. Was like maybe Ryan Reynolds and RDJ were on stage on set, and Ryan made some joke about RDJ's like drug past, and that pissed him off. Because he did walk out on an interview before when someone brought up like, hey, about those drugs, how do you feel about that now? And he's just like, the fuck is this? And then just walked out.
You're fucking past. That's what it is.
Yeah, like, cool. I moved on. Why are we talking about me being high on drugs this many years ago? Like, look at me now. Fuck off. Yeah, I don't know. I'm fascinated just by the behind the scenes stuff of that, but
Yeah.
I'm still curious whenever we're gonna get that second half of the cast, though. We know we're not done. There's 0% that cast is done. But
Do you think we get like the entire reveal before it comes out?
I think next Comic-Con we get the last half.
You don't think they're gonna try to keep any other surprises under the wraps?
I'm sure there'll be like I mean, I'm not gonna say the whole cast, but I think there's gonna be a part 2 of the cast, is what I should say.
Gotcha.
Because we're still missing a lot of key players in that. Like Doctor Strange not in Doomsday, fuck off.
Yeah, and there was kind of a leak that came out, maybe not, that supposedly Chris Evans is going to be back as Cap.
Yeah,
I was hoping it was gonna be back as Johnny Storm.
I mean,
He's dead.
Potentially could happen. Yeah. Oh yeah, he is dead.
Oh, yeah.
Technically.
He's missing his skin.
Yeah.
because they said hypothetically, and David, you might be more interested in this talk of where the movie's going. Is they said that it's straight up like a sequel to Endgame,
Yeah.
where like they're gonna go back
Cap
to
going back in time, create like a ripple effect that caused the death of Doom's parents.
Ooh, I didn't think about that part, but they said that they would go back and just fuck that up, so Cap and Peggy have to come out of that.
Yeah, supposedly the thing is Cap going back in time set off a chain reaction of incursions, and it led in the whole multiverse thing. In one of the multiverses, Doom's parents were killed, and that led him on the path to God Emperor Doom. And so his whole thing is working backwards to try to find Cap, try to find Chris Evans, and take him out.
And Cap comes
Sort of.
back and like, hey guys, my bad.
Yeah, so we're gonna get like a new Civil War, a new Robert Downey versus Chris Evans.
Well, yeah, 'cause we got
It's
to
not gonna be
do
Iron Man.
X-Men versus Avengers now. So
Right.
Do you think
Yeah, you have to get the X-Men.
you've said that you think this is gonna be X-Men versus Avengers? You don't think they're gonna save that for like the after Secret Wars, whenever they recast this and start focusing on X-Men, that it won't be X-Men versus
Oh, hell
Avengers?
no. Well, I mean, it'll come back around to it, kind of like how after Civil War there was Civil War 2.
Civil War 2, so just the name is so funny.
yeah,
Civil
I mean,
War
I
2.
see us getting it in the
Civil
next 4
War.
years. Is what I'm saying.
I can imagine it being, yeah, it's gonna be this one though, because you can't have an Avengers versus X-Men and not have it be the OG X-Men, huh?
No, you
I mean,
can.
Yeah, you can.
No, I mean,
and-
but I mean, like, you can't pass that up.
I think that at this point it's too far past to do like a proper with the original cast.
You think they're too old or what?
Yeah.
They're gonna polish the fuck out of that in CG, boy. I think
It'll
I
look
think that,
horrible.
I mean they mentioned that I mean wait, was it
Speaking of CG, that makes me more excited for Spider-Man because they confirmed Jackie Chan's stunt
Yeah.
team is what's working on the stunts for Spider-Man,
mm-hmm.
and apparently Jackie's been on set too. So that shit is gonna be nuts.
Thank God, because after the hand-to-hand combat in Shang-Chi, I'm like, yeah, give me some Spider-Man with that. That's some good stuff right there.
And there's so many really cool Spider-Man stories that can be told too, because like in one part of the comics, Spider-Man he loses a spider sense, and Shang-Chi teaches him spider style kung fu. So
Do you
that would
think
be
that
so
that's
sick.
gonna happen at all?
I would fucking love for that to happen. That'd be so sick.
Do you foresee what's his name? Daniel Cretton, Dustin.
Oh yeah, Dustin Daniel Craig.
Yeah. Do you foresee him doing the new trilogy? Do you think they keep him with the new trilogy, or do you think that they just see how this one goes and give it to someone else next?
I mean, I think the whole thing with the new trilogy is if Tom wants to do it, right?
He's getting older, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's still getting roles.
I want that out of Spider-Man. Like I want give us older Spider-Man at this point. Fuck it. It's the one thing we don't do.
Right.
You have to kill him off and start with Miles at some point.
And
then you just make a live action version of Into the Spider-Verse.
Dude, I was watching
Spider-Verse.
I was watching the ending of Across the Spider-Verse again, just randomly, for some reason, just yesterday. So fucking good, dude. And
It's so fucking good. Yeah.
I love watching reactions though, where no one knows that it's a part one, and I just hear people are just talking like, "Why does it feel like it's ending right now?"
I like right after seeing it, I think I tweeted out and I said, "This is how people felt after watching Empire Strikes Back for the first time."
And I think I saw mention this is the generation's Empire.
It really is.
Except was the gap for Empire and Return as long?
I don't. No, it definitely was not now.
Dude, it's so fucking good, dude. That ending, and if you go watch that with the orchestra, it slaps so fucking hard, dude. Guitars going in, everyone's getting all hyped up in the crowd, and just Gwen's like,
it was only 3 years between Empire and Jedi.
That's crazy, and we're going on 4 years. It'll be 4 years for Spider-Verse.
Right.
Almost 5 at this point.
Yep.
No, it's 2023.
Yeah, but wasn't it like beginning 2023?
April.
It was
originally, yeah, the sequence was come out a year later. I don't know who the fuck they were smoking.
Well, supposedly they had to like reanimate like the whole movie, right?
Apparently they like to scrap a lot of story ideas and that are already fucking done and just redo them all, which is heinous for the budget. And
artist.
Yeah, God bless them. This gives me that conundrum where it's like the story is so fucking good. It's like I don't know how much I can argue with the chef, aside from like treat your people better. And I'm glad they're taking as much time, right? Because I imagine the movie probably going to come out next year for all intents and purposes. But they're like, no, just give them the extra year and not have terrible stories written about us as we're going into the movie. But dude, it's so fucking good at the end. It's that contrast of just how fucked Miles is in that moment. And then like Gwen getting the crew, and then you get your surprises like, oh, there's the crew. It's not like our Across Spider-Verse crew. It's like, no, it's our Spider-Verse crew. And then you have Miles like going from scared to being like, all right, hold up, I got this. I'm good. I'm like, you motherfuckers are gonna make me wait goddamn 4 years. You guys are crazy. If you told me that going into that movie, to be fair, if I walked out of that movie knowing 4 years later rather than 1 year later that I was gonna have to wait for that shit, I'd probably be a little more upset about it, but it's still so good.
Yeah, it's really one of those like worth the wait kind of movies. Because I mean, that's how the second one was after watching the first one. It felt like forever having to wait for Across the Spider-Verse, and after seeing it, you're like, okay, this was worth the wait.
I
But
can't,
god damn, am I gonna be pissed whenever I can't see the other one next year
dude. I can't tell you how happy I'll be if they manage
if
to
they
land the
stick the
sticking,
landing. Yeah,
dude. That it might be like the perfect trilogy next to like Toy Story. We're talking like it might just land in perfect trilogy.
do you think there's any chance that we would get Marvel rival Spider-Man in across in what's the next one called? Beyond the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we
Because
already got
yeah,
Insomniac
they had
Spider-Man.
Insomniac in there. I think the easy Easter egg. Uh, you know what I want to add to my cosplay? Actually, I really want to add a variant. I want to do the Spider-Punk 2099 version of that because someone's selling an Etsy helmet of that. I wanted to get that and just deck it out with some lights on there. I think that'd be kind of a fun little alternate costume to wear. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very nervous. Like I'm confident, but I'm just nervous because I'm like I would hate for you guys to just fuck this up really badly and fumble like what could have been a perfect three-parter.
Right. But yeah, leading that back to live action stuff. If this one does go off without a hit, then, like if it does go off well and like the action's great, yeah, I would love to have Mr. Destin Creighton come back
Dustin
and
Daniel Cretton.
yeah, just do all of them. Just keep it going. 'Cause that's what I mean. That's one of the big things we want to see. We want to see Spider-Man swing. We want to see him fight.
Isn't it
we
so
wanna see-
funny that what was it? John Watts is like, yeah, we're not gonna have him swing. It looks stupid when you do that. And then immediately does Daniel Cretton's like, no, he put him on swings, and everyone's like, oh wait, no, this looks good. What the fuck's wrong with you? Spider-Man not swinging? What the fuck are you talking about, brother?
Although I just do really love that gag from the first one where he can't swing because he's in like the suburbs.
Yeah.
So good.
Anyway, where were we?
Hell.
Apparently.
Marvel movies. Don't know how we got there.
David, what else happened in the news?
I don't fucking
Did
know.
you see the one about Evo?
No, do tell.
That they got sold out again.
What?
Yeah, so the Evo organizer, RTS, they've been fully acquired by Saudi Arabian mega city project Quidia.
Which is also an organization that is predominantly owned by Sony.
Sony sold to Sony?
The idea behind it is that they basically sold it to a division of theirs that specializes in putting on esports. Like they're the biggest esport provider for like India.
So they handshook themselves, said, all right.
Yeah. They basically sold it off to a different division.
Oh, hold on. Trivia said Chris Evans has been booked for not another Team Movie 2, actually. That's his franchise now. Yep. That'd be so funny if that was another one.
Well, Sony's completely out of Evo though. It's an India-based gaming company acquired Sony's bit, and then
Yes, but that Indian company is owned by Sony.
right. But now Kidia bought it all. Like it's no longer even the Indian company.
Oh, so another company has bought. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so Kidia it's a Saudi Arabian mega city project, and they have now taken full ownership of the tournament organizer RTS.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and so now there's been a big thing going through the FGC because, of course, notoriously full of gay and trans people, or people just part of LGBTQ plus, and
People
so now,
existing.
right? And now with it, one of the biggest championship tournaments for all fighting game is being sold to Saudi Arabian owned and backed corporation. It's like, well, how do we fit in? Literally put people to death for just existing. So that's been a big thing going on.
Good.
There's a big let's see.
While you're go ahead.
There's a big IGN union thing that popped up if you want me to read what's going on there apparently.
If you have that pulled up already, go for it.
Yeah, so there's a giant thing. So they said from now until February 13th, IGN Creators Guild is going to do our job. What does that mean? There's a big text here. They said, over the last several years, IGN management has gotten away with laying off our coworkers over and over. Meanwhile, many of our other colleagues have left the company and in no small part due to buyouts, overwork, and feeling unsupported. And feeling unsupported is highlighted. Each time, the company has refused to backfill many essential roles, claiming that we're on a hiring freeze. It's not on the budget or that we're going to do less work this time. As a result, IGN Careers Guild members have been forced to take on more of their former colleagues' workloads. Many of us now work longer hours than we used to. A lot of us rarely take lunch breaks. Some of us do not take adequate time off due to there being no one to pick up the slack. Others of us are still stuck doing work that we were never hired to do in the first place. Up to this point, we've all accepted this as normal because we care deeply about IGN and the work we do. But with so many of us struggling more and more as each new wave of our coworkers are deprived of a livelihood, the cycle can't continue. Management is unwilling to stop it, so it falls to us. With the layoffs of 8 of our coworkers, IGN Careers Guild has negotiated a 6-month recall list. What that means is for the next 6 months, if IGN wants to fill any of those eliminated roles again, they must rehire our laid-off colleagues. We want them to have an opportunity to get their jobs back if they want them. And if not, we want those roles backfilled to ease the burden on the rest of us. So, starting today, IGN Careers Guild members are committing to do our jobs, no more, no less. We'll show up to work on time, leave on time. We're taking all of our lunch time every day. If we work late, we will firmly ask for our rightfully earned comp time. And if IGN wants our laid-off coworkers' work to get done, they'll have to rehire them to do it instead of forcing it on upon us.
Good. Fuck IGN.
Agreed.
Yeah, dude. IGN way back when was something I would have loved to do, but it did, even like early on, it did rub me the wrong way whenever they would go through the occasional like, all right, we're laying off these people, and I swear to God, like 4 days later, you would see that exact job open up like right away too. You're like, the fuck is this? And then being in San Francisco is actually asinine for IGN, dude. Like that's so expensive as fuck. I don't know how you guys do that.
I mean, I remember when on Comedy Button, they made a big deal about getting their very first remote employee at IGN on an episode of the podcast because it was such a huge thing for them to even accept the idea of a remote employee.
Yeah, dude, I know they have an LA office too, and I'm like, go somewhere else. I understand that like for entertainment, you need to be there, especially early on in the days, but like now you don't. Like everything is so remote. Like go somewhere cheaper. Like I always love Kind of Funny. They're all based out of San Francisco. I'm like, nah. When one of their members got kicked off and moved, he went to North Carolina and he just expanded the fuck out of it. I'm like, yeah, that's the way to do it. Go somewhere cheaper and do everything else with that exact money you're gonna have, rather than having like. I'm fairly confident, like even like Greg Miller had like a roommate up until a few years ago still. Yeah, and that man has a whole ass wife and kid, you know, like roommates that age, fuck no, dude.
With that kind of adult situation,
fuck no. That's actually crazy. Like maybe if you're young and spry, and I remember like I don't know if it was a Comedy Button episode or if it was like an IGN podcast episode, but like they would talk about how they like sometimes they would just rent the closets of an apartment, dude.
Yep.
And you'd think they're joking about that. They're not. Like you would rent a closet in there and it would still be like the price I pay for like a fucking 2-bedroom here. Actually crazy, dude. That city is like insane for that kind of stuff too. And it is truly just for the love of the game, you know, like you love what you're doing. I get that. It's the nerdy culture. You get to do all that stuff, but at some point you're not making that living as much as you would think you are, you know?
No, at a certain point you have to decide what is the higher priority, and sometimes living comfortably is more important than working your dream job.
One of my colleagues actually said it last week or the week before, where you have to tell students sometimes, are you going to work to live or are you going to live to work? That's kind of how it is. And like I get, especially young, right? Like living to work is like kind of, you know, I'm saying is like you have the energy for that, but once you start hitting the older ages and you have families, like why are you even going for that? I get some rest, brother.
Yeah.
And really it's why the anyone that really leaves that game industry thing they fucks off, they go off to like some other state that's cheaper and they start their own like Patreon or something, and they make a lot better living doing it. Because I don't know. I always say I've said this is like I would love to move to Boston someday. Just the price of living is just so fucking audacious, dude. I'm
Supposedly
fucking
they
horrible.
paid teachers really well up there.
Yeah, I mean it's number one this in the country, right? So I imagine it wouldn't be as crazy as I am. I just know as a person I'm not good enough for that world.
I mean, just live on the outskirts of Boston. You don't have to live in Boston proper.
Uh,
You got to remember, New England, everything is like a fucking hour or two drive.
I know. I love Boston though, brother. I did, and
Yeah,
we
but you
were
don't have to live in Boston.
but
You
when-
can live
when we
somewhere
were-
where it's like a half-hour drive.
fair. When we were walking around down the park, the partner did look at me and she was like, "Oh, I could see us living here." I'm like, "It's nice." But
Yeah,
no,
and y'all would be fucking closer.
I would be. But dude, do you know what kind of a fucking menace I am as a teacher? Like, I'm gonna get one kid that does not jive with my sarcasm, and I'm gonna lose my job. I'm not gonna be allowed to wear jeans to work, let alone ripped jeans. I'm gonna be a whole different person. I don't know. I forget if we talked about this, but like, I would have thought about it if it wasn't for the movie thing that I'm so into.
That's fair.
Like, movies are non-existent out there, 100%. Like, if I move out there, I am giving up.
Yeah, if you want film shit, you basically have to go to Florida for the East Coast.
Yeah. So if I move out
Georgia.
there, I am giving up my side dream of doing movies, 100%. So, am I willing to sacrifice that? Not yet. Not now. Maybe in about another 10 years, maybe. But I also like being a bigger fish in a small pond rather than a small fish in a big pond. You know what I mean? Like,
Fair.
I just don't know how I jive. I'm kind of chaos as a teacher, and I just feel like being number one in the country, I'm gonna have a lot of expectations on me. I can't promise you that, brother. I'm a scrappy motherfucker, and I'll get you some wins somewhere I can, but I can't promise you I'm gonna give you like all the crazy academics with the paperwork and all that stuff. But who knows? Maybe I kind of want to touch base with someone out there and see how different they do it, because sometimes maybe y'all know it more in the business side of things, but like sometimes the worst companies have the worst paperwork behind it because they're just not as efficient, right? Like,
yeah.
like over here, they're like, all right, your scores are low, so we're gonna have more PD, more trainings, more paperwork, and I'm like, stop that. Like, you think that would work? So it's not what it works. You're wasting our time more than anything, you know. So maybe it's a little bit easier in some sense too, but it's competitive as fuck too. So I'm like, I would not get what I want to teach probably out the gate either, unless I like.
I mean, we're also like hyper desperate that we have such an understaffing that you probably could get what you want.
in Boston.
Yeah, the East Coast is struggling for teachers right now, bro.
I think that's like everywhere though.
That
But
is
especially the East Coast, like we've lost ever since COVID, especially we've basically shuttered like almost every major trade industry in the East Coast.
I'm gonna look right now. Watch her be my exact position there right now. All right, my kids would fucking hate me, dude.
Just
What?
bring them along, it's fine.
Yeah,
Tell them they're switching schools.
I did tell the work wife because she does want to move to New York someday. I'm like, look, if you move to New York, let me know, and I'll probably move to Boston. We'll do that. Because let's just fuck this whole school dynamic up, because we know there's gonna be a whole subsection of kids that are gonna fucking have the worst moment of their lives if we're just deuces. We're out. Careers at teachboston.org.
So, talking about more news, did you see the stuff about Perfect Dark that came out?
No.
Ooh, I did. David, this is probably pissed David off a little more.
Yeah, no shit. So Bloomberg reported Crystal Dynamics was close to moving Perfect Dark to Take-Two, but the negotiations fell apart, resulting in fully abandoning the game and all the layoffs that resulted because of it. The quote was, "The deal collapsed, at least in part, because the companies involved were unable to come to terms over long-term ownership of the Perfect Dark franchise and IP." So
Fuck
essentially,
off.
Take-Two and Microsoft were having a dick measuring contest. and so that's what's so weird about it. So Crystal Dynamics just got brought on to try to sell the game. So I wonder if they were.
No,
if they
so
were
Crystal
brought on
Dynamics
to
was
make-
working on it. They closed down Initiative, but since Crystal Dynamics still had ownership of it, just having been co-directors or co-developers on it, Microsoft said, "All right, you guys can sell it. Go for it."
Well, I took it as like they brought them on to get the game into a shippable state to where they could sell it. Maybe.
Yeah, and since they shut down the Initiative, they took the entirety of it, I guess, since the Initiative's gone. And so I think I read that the
Well, the
Initiative.
initiative wasn't gone though, right? They were actively working on the game.
I remember. I
Wasn't that the
think I just
thing
read
when
that the leadership of that was spent the last 2 months trying to sell that game off.
Yeah, because I think the initiative was working on the game, but Crystal Dynamics was brought on like way before. Like they were brought on like a year or two ago, I think. Because that's what's so confusing about it. Because Crystal Dynamics, like, why were they brought on? And I feel like it was probably they were trying to get the game into a position to where they could sell it somewhere.
Hmm.
And it really makes you wonder too, is if that trailer that came out that they put out, if that was a whole part of the marketing ploy, like, hey, we have this game, y'all want to buy it?
Oh, it's one of those
Fucking
things that I could
ridiculous.
see it being that. Honestly, that would suck.
Yeah. So let's see if article says anything. Okay, so the initiative, the modern project was developed by a brand new studio, the initiative, and ran into some early struggles before bringing in the veteran Crystal Dynamics to co-develop the game.
Oh, I could be
And
an
then the
army instructor
trailer-
in Boston.
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
that's like right up your alley.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so in July, Xbox shut down the initiative and said it was canceling it. So yeah, it looks like Crystal Dynamics was brought on to co-develop the game. So it's like, what does that mean, and why were they brought on?
Right.
But now it's coming out that leadership at the initiative and Crystal Dynamics spent the following 2 months hunting for a publisher and wound up in negotiations with multiple parties. So, and I guess Crystal Dynamics is now laying off unspecified number of staff as well.
Good.
Yeah, so I wonder if Microsoft was trying to sell the IP, but Take-Two wasn't wanting to pay enough, or if like Take-Two was wanting the IP and Microsoft wasn't wanting to sell. I wonder what that was too.
They said they couldn't figure out all long-term ownership of the IP, so I imagine that Take-Two's like, all right,
Right,
do we own?
that's why I'm
Perfect
wondering
Dark?
if that's why I'm wondering if Take-Two is actively wanting it, or if Microsoft
Yeah.
was trying to sell it, but Take-Two didn't want it.
No, I'm pretty sure Take-Two wanted all Perfect Dark, and Microsoft said no, which is like, first off, you're not gonna do anything with it. Stop it.
Yeah.
But I imagine that might have been some weird whole thing with Rare and having to go through like, I don't know. I wonder how many like because like we saw Atari purchased a bunch of weird Ubisoft IPs recently, like Cold Fear and shit like
Yes.
that. But I imagine I wonder if there's like a few walls of barrier between Microsoft selling an individual IP, right? Because like when they take ownership, like for example, Bethesda, you can say I'm buying the Fallout from Microsoft, but you're not. You're buying it through Bethesda, which is through Microsoft. You know, so it gotta go through a couple of legal walls. But I wonder if that's a case, if Rare has that. You know what I mean? Like, does Rare own it inside of Microsoft? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the case in which Microsoft's like, no, we're not going to sell the whole franchise. We'll sell you the game.
Yeah.
Well, they were probably just trying to sell off the rights to that individual game, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because there's no way they'd get rid of the legacy IP, because then that would fuck up all their collections that they have.
Yeah, I'd probably have something binding be undone with Rare too.
Yes. Plus, I also imagine with the deal that they have with Nintendo for all of that as well, there's probably some shit that they have to like hold on to.
All right. I only see one potential job of mine that could have been at Boston. And I don't have the endorsement for that. And also, it's not as appealing as I would like it to be. Y'all want a winner? Give me one position. I'm on the exact position, baby. Give me that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, I'm not to talk more about that, but I'm just, even switching schools, I had to explain it to a few people. Like initially, I told the girlfriend this because there's like a school a lot closer, and I complain about the commute a lot. She's like, just go to that school. I'm like, and my mom does that too. Mom's like, just go work at that school. I'm like, it's not the same. Like, I had to reacquaint myself with everyone in the whole school culture, right? And then I just don't get the position I want. Like, literally now, I have the exact. I have just free reign to do whatever the fuck I want right now. It's actually,
Yeah.
it's
Plus, you
astounding.
basically have to start over with your tenure.
I don't think that matters, but I'm not sure. I'm talking about my ass right now. But mostly it's like school culture and everything too. You know, like I'm not. I'm established now. I'm there. This is my 5th year at the school that I'm at. My 6th year teaching. I don't feel like having to reestablish myself at a new school. You know, I got past the seniority part, so like I'm not worried about my job at that point anymore. And literally, like, I've been just asking for shit, and I just kind of get it, which is fucking bizarre. That does not happen. I think I told you guys we made a play for a grant, and a lot of us got together this summer to like meet, and I just kind of YOLO'd. I'm like, hey, I kind of need 50K to do this, and they were like, yeah, we can maybe do that. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, please God, I would love that.
Gotta keep bringing them awards,
dude. Did I tell you guys that the how fucking crazy the award process got for submitting shit this year was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because now you got like, your students competing against each other, basically.
It's we get one less submission, and they want scripts 22 days earlier, and they want productions done 6 days earlier.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and I'd be like, guys, all right, we'll figure this out. I've had a few crises that I've already managed, but we've been managing it. We've been doing it. Anyway, let's see the news on that end.
You have one story that I just had to refresh myself on real quick. So I texted y'all about this. This is some wild fucking shit. So at an indie wrestling show, a man was basically nearly murdered. Yeah. So there is an indie wrestler who goes by Psycho Sid. Not Psycho
Oh
Sid.
yes,
Psycho
yes,
Stu,
yes,
Jesus
yes, yes.
Christ.
Psycho
Yes.
Stu, yeah.
Yeah. And the chain of events has been absolutely insane. So to back up a little bit, there are 3 important characters you need to know for 4 technically characters you need to know for this story. There is Psycho Stu, someone that is, I think he's a retired military veteran, basically got into wrestling to help with his PTSD, and loves it. There is AJ, another wrestler who's around for this event. There is Rampage Jackson, person who was very popular in the MMA scene, and his son Raja Jackson, who is an up-and-coming MMA fighter. And what ended up happening is, as we tend to see a lot in wrestling, basically they invited Raja Jackson over. They're like, hey, you have a massive kick following. You and your father do all these live streaming things. You know, we can maybe go ahead, get you in on an angle or something here. And, you know, hopefully you streaming your time here will get people interested in watching us. And, you know, they'll come to the show. Also important to note for this, the 2 people that run this indie company is a former wrestler known as Gangrel, and more importantly, a former wrestler known as Rikishi, who is the father of 2 prominent wrestlers right now, Jay and Jimmy Uso, and more importantly, is a member of the Bloodline. Who's one of the 1,000 cousins of The Rock. And this company had a partnership with the WWE to be a feeder system where any wrestlers they trained up would eventually get, you know, sent over to WWE. And what ended up happening is that on the day of the event, there was some drinking already going on behind the scenes. A lot of the wrestlers were told, hey, there's going to be a guy coming here who's going to do some cross-promotional shit. We're going to try to get him in on an angle or something. We're just going to play it out. So Psycho Stu thinks that there's already like a guaranteed angle that's going to happen. The only thing he is aware of is that there's this guy coming in. He's going to get involved in the match that he's involved with later on. And so he's like, perfect. We'll go ahead and we'll do an angle. So he gimmicks a beer can to make it so that way it'll just instantly crush. Nothing's going to happen from it.
What's the worst thing go wrong?
So, yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Well, we're about to find out. So AJ brings one of the other wrestlers, brings Raja Jackson behind the scenes. Meanwhile, Raja Jackson, as nature of kick streamers, has been live streaming this entire experience, which is part of the outrage that's been happening with this. And his father the whole time was also giving him shit, basically saying, why are you at these pansy ballerina events, wasting your time with these fakes and all this other shit, just like fucking revving him up. And then, of course, the audience you would expect that would watch people that enjoy getting brain injuries as their career also going ahead and revving up Raja Jackson. And what ends up happening is he goes behind the scenes, and then Psycho Sue's like, perfect. All right, let's go. We're gonna have our little work here. And so he grabs a beer can, and he goes to the gimmicked beer can, and he smashes it in Raja. He's like, all right, we're gonna have you in our match later on. Let's go this. And Raja just basically he's like, no, I'm not fucking around. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And Psycho Sue's like, wait, are you not gonna sell that? You're not selling? What's happening here?
No.
Roger's like, no, I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you. And immediately people kind of come swarming in like,
I
bro.
want to cut you off.
Yes.
Psycho Sue didn't say what the fuck. He kept pushing into it.
You don't know who I am? You don't know who I am?
Yeah,
he did it initially, but he does pretty quickly.
He apologized eventually.
Well,
It wasn't quickly, I don't think.
It was like 20 seconds in. He was like, wait, you're not selling. And then it dawns on him, shit.
My hot take is if what happened in the ring happened right then after he got smacked in the head, I think Raja would have been 100% justified in it.
Yes. Well, not to the extent. Absolutely not to the extent.
I 100% think you fuck around, you're gonna find out.
Well, and I don't know why he would kill though. Like, yeah, if he's clocked,
get killed.
If he gets cold cocked, sure, fine. You go ahead, you get cold cock him, fine.
Raja was fully in his right to slam
I've never
his
questioned a
ass
can on Kel's head. This
him.
man says, "I'll kill you."
He assaulted him. What the fuck?
No. So look. Yes. It's not a hot take. It's not a hot take because I think you need to know your research, and like if you didn't know that this guy was like not part of that, that's on you as a person. Don't just do it. That's dangerous games. But I don't think anyone deserves to be fucking beaten nearly to death. Even that end, like that was a lot. That's
if
like
you assault someone. That's what those are the games that you play. I mean,
I get what you're saying. I 100% get what you're saying.
I think it's wild that I'm not the like one that's. I figure maybe I'm getting old, but I'm like no reasonable force.
Like, I mean, you start a fight, shit's gonna happen.
No, I see the way I see it. I just don't. Psycho Sue should have been dead. I'm sorry. Like, after that part, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, you took I think 27 hits to the fucking head.
Yeah, he beat the dog shit out of him.
Yeah, he was already basically knocked out with the takedown.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you got taken down and knocked out like that, all right, then yeah, you kind of deserved it, bro. Like that the savagery of the fucking afterward is like, I don't think anything like that warrants at that point. I might just knock him out.
I don't think it was any of it was warranted because they made up because they should.
No, afterwards, afterward, 100% yes, like that.
That's why I'm saying right there in the moment, right after he cracked him in the head with the beer can, if it would have immediately cut to like what he did in the ring, I think it would have been justified. Like he was fully in his right to retaliate. But my whole thing is he acknowledged it was a misunderstanding. They shook hands, they got over it. And then the whole time, like he was on his kick stream planning and plotting.
Yeah, he was stewing for like an hour.
I'm sorry, yeah. I just freak out at the word justified because like at that point you're still getting caught up. No, you're right, but I maybe I'm thinking of it legally. I think you're getting caught up for murder at that point still. Like even if you were like defense or like retaliation, that part. Like if you go to that point, it's like if you ever see like one of those street fights where it's like someone gets knocked on the ground, you get the fuck off. Like all right, no, you've won the fight, you've knocked the man out. Cool. It's like at that point, but if you go for more, you're going for attempted murder.
And I just don't think it was. I think it was a retaliation. I don't think it was like him lashing out at him.
Yeah.
I think what we've learned today
Or
is I
would've
want
been.
Kells to have my back whenever shit goes wrong.
Hey, I got you.
Kells ain't stopping.
All right, we'll go to Vegas. I'm gonna
fuck
tell.
him
I'm gonna
up.
tell some random guy, dude, $100, smash a can in that guy's face. It'd be really funny.
Do it. Try it.
Kills. 24 hours later, murdered. I don't know. It wasn't. I don't know. Maybe I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw 2 separate clips. It was like a long time where everyone's like, "Bro, he's not part of the thing," but Psycho Stu just kept pushing in, like even like coddling his face for a bit. And then there was a part later on where he was sitting down and be like, "Hey, my bad, bro. Like I thought everything." They shook
Yeah,
on
they
it.
shake hands.
And that's the universal rule of like it's off. You shake hands, like it's done. You've squashed it. But yeah, he was like talking about how I'm so fucking mad and this and that. It's like grow the fuck up, bro. Also, like continue to grow your brain because it's not fully developed apparently.
Nah. Yeah, that was like. And did you see like any of the stuff for like afterwards? like
He was like
on his picture on his
Yeah,
chat.
there was a lot of fucking extra wrestlers trying to get weird fucking clout after the fact. That was kind of fucking dumb.
yeah.
And then it was part of everyone's podcast for that week. Like,
I get that. What was it? Because he said he had a concussion recently, which that can kind of fuck
Yeah.
things a little bit, but not to that extent. And then what was it? Yeah, he just you guys a call like, bro, we can't wake him up, and he just goes, he just says, my bad. I was pissed. It's like, yeah, but dude, we cannot wake him up.
Yeah. Also, fuck Rampage Jackson. Well, you know, I'm a father, so no. If you're a father, your responsibility is to fucking teach some goddamn sense and sensibility in your fucking children.
Well, I mean, I will say
if,
like
if your children are going off nearly murdering people premeditatedly, nah, fuck off. You put that kid down. That's your fucking responsibility.
I will say I'm super impressed with like how knowledgeable Rampage is with like the inner workings of wrestling. Because I seen there's a live stream where he finds out about it, and his instant reaction is like, "Okay, I really hope this was like a work at like a hardcore show." And someone's like, "What?" And he has to explain it to him. He's like, "These motherfuckers sometimes get really into it." It's like, okay, that's kind of impressive that he like realizes like there's some kind of artistry or something behind it more than just like throwing.
Nah,
people
man
around.
was stretching for the plausible deniability.
No, I don't. I mean, he can at least they condemned his son. I could see like some like him defending. I first saw that happening, like him just defending his son on that end. But you like, nah, he fucked up.
Well, and now they're trying to blame the other dude that was there because he it was the behind the scenes video where
Yeah, the AJ is the one I was bringing up
yeah,
there.
now they're trying to dump like all the blame onto him. The cowboy guy.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where I get the logic behind he should, because again, he's trying to basically speak the business to someone that isn't in the business, and this is where a lot of the problems with this shit fucking comes in, because he encouraged Raja to go ahead and get a receipt. So a receipt in wrestling is all right. You know, someone fucked you up a little bit, go and just fucking tag him back. You know, tag him back a little bit harder than they initially hit you, and just remind them you're not going to take some shit. But again, he's speaking the business to someone that is not part of the business. So basically, you're telling someone that is a trained martial artist, hey, go fuck this other guy up. That's all he's hearing and understanding is you have permission to go fucking destroy this other person. Go for it. Get your payback.
He was told an attack dog to an attack.
What did you guys say about the people saying why didn't the ref stop it?
Well, here's the thing: is watching it happen. There's like a solid like 20 seconds before anyone like actually does anything, and it's the unfortunate thing of like, it's again when you're working with people that are all part of the business, they're all like, okay, this is a work, right? And there's like that moment where they're all slowly, the gears are turning as they're realizing, no, this man is going to be murdered. This isn't a work. This is a shoot.
I am shocked
now.
he's alive.
Fuck.
I am
Yes.
genuinely shocked he's alive, and I'm even shocked he's alive and coherent.
Did you see that they pinned him afterwards?
Yeah. So fucking dumb.
No.
We got to still make sure the kayfabe of the match is protected.
Yeah, after they were able to peel him off, they still got in the ring and pinned him as he was like unconscious, flatlining.
Jesus.
Ref already threw up the X as well, which is like,
Well-
no, we're done here.
Well, because are those refs even real?
No.
Right. So people are like, why don't the refs stop it? And everyone's like, they're just
'Cause that's
acting.
someone getting paid. Yeah, that's just someone getting underpaid.
Yeah,
on the
and it's like,
weekend.
and they're not the size of that person. Like, genuinely, at that point, it had to have been one of the other like beefy motherfuckers to step up on that end. Because I'm sorry, if I'm there, I'm like, I can't do much. You gotta give me a weapon, bro.
Yeah, I'm not going to
I
fight
am-
the Terminator by myself.
I am
Bye.
master. I am Master Chief. Give me a weapon. I'm not doing anything
Yeah,
else.
give me my kendo stick.
Because
Or stop sign.
the guy even the guy that pulled him off even got a punch to the face from him too.
Oh yeah, he got rocked hard. He's like, yeah, I basically was just trying to pin him. Like that's all I could hope for.
Yeah, he was pissed about that too. He's like, "You fucking motherfucker!" To even like, yeah, to punch a guy that's like knocked out like that, but also to punch the guy that pulled you off him. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's also fucking shitty. Like when you know you have crossed a line and you have the audacity to swing on someone that's trying to get you to fucking come the fuck now. Fuck that. You're a piece of shit.
His hands are rated E for everyone.
So he's getting fucked, right?
Well, that's the funny thing is charges still have not been pressed on him yet. And there is no word on what's going to happen with the investigation, which is why everyone's so pissed because, like, dude literally live streamed the entire fucking thing. Like, everyone has seen what has happened. There's no question of what happened this day.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's not seen as like premeditated. It's kind of crazy to me.
And maybe that's part of it. Maybe like there's genuinely like no charges yet because they're having the debate of what to even bring him on for charges of whether it's potentially like attempted manslaughter or attempted murder. But either way, like fucking Christ. You know, we were just talking earlier about, you know, shit with like Benoit and all this other shit of like, yeah, this is what happens when you're in real MMA and shit and you legitimately are taking brain injuries for fucking breakfast. Like, nah, at a certain point, you can't be doing this shit. Like if you have that kind of an attitude, you should not be anywhere near, I mean, one, wrestling, but even beyond that, as like a human being, you should not be around people. Like you are no longer someone that can be trusted around just standard people at that point. Fuck off. And the other
neither is the
unfortunate
wrestlers, right? If they can't tell the difference between who's a work and who's not.
Exactly. And the other unfortunate thing is just because, unfortunately, due to the nature of the fact that Raja has a little bit more melanin than others, a lot of racist angles have been coming out about this, which to quote fucking King of the Hill, the man has other legitimate reasons to fucking hate him. Like, why do you have to bring this unnecessary extra fucking element into it?
True.
27 hits
Moral
is
of the
crazy.
story is people suck, and people that are not wrestlers shouldn't be kept brought into the fucking industry. Fuck off.
Actual insanity. Is that about it? We wrapping?
We rapping.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. And director of Dragon Dogma 2 says, I didn't make a Nintendo game designed to be liked by everyone.
You didn't make a game designed to be liked by anyone, period.
I
It's like your
understand
games
that,
with
but I
their furries.
don't, dude. I don't. Oh, nice. Yeah, Silksong's coming to Game Pass. Hell yeah.
I still want to experience it for myself, but I got to replay through Dragon's Dogma 1 before I fucking hop into it. But
Dragon's Dogma is always read to me as like one of those games like theoretically I should like, but there's just too many rough edges for me to like really grab onto it.
Did you say
it always reads?
Did you say you played Nine Souls?
No, I haven't. I've heard that one's really good though.
That's
Better
coming to
than
Game Pass the
Mania.
same week as Silksong.
Rip.
hell yeah.
Good.
Supposedly Silksong, like I've heard people say it's supposed to be like 3 times as big as Hollow Knight, and Hollow Knight's already really fucking big.
Well, it better be
Jesus.
with that much time they put in there. This might be one of the first moments in game history where like any developer just kept working on something and eventually did come out. Because it gets to be that slippery slope. Like we keep wanting to add more and more and more and more and more, and that just fucked.
That's what happens when, I mean, we still haven't gotten Star Citizen proper.
I think
And
something else
Silksong
just
didn't
came out
require
that I recently
8,000
too.
Kickstarters.
Right.
It's
It
true.
didn't require like what, $250 million now for production.
All right, y'all. That was the Blue Ruby podcast.
Woo!
David, if you were Raja's lawyer, what would you send him out with?
Fucking plea deal.
Hey, what'd you do? All right. Well, I think
Well, I'll have to tell you, we have it all on video for you. Oh God.
this is 15 years behind bars okay? Like, are you all right with that? Because I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to get. Might be 20. Might try for 15. All right. Stream. It's been fun. Adios.
Bye.